Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the OBL. It's so good to be back. I'm so happy to be here. I'm here with my man Dodged. We're ready to bring some games to you. I'm the play-by-play for tonight. Dodge is going to be the color caster. We got two banging teams lined up. It's looking like a bit of a fairy tale matchup. I don't know. What do you think about the game we're about to watch today?
It's a pleasure to be here. We're looking at two very talented teams. We're doing our research on both of these guys.
We have
both of these teams. The Yeap, or is it Yeap or Yeapnation
I bet
versus
we
the
go
Poo
Yeep,
Crew.
right? Yeapnation.
We'll have to get into ask them anyway. Couple big names to look out for today. I've been taking a good look at my man, the Piss Glider, and of course Oak. Potentially some two team captains coming across. Otherwise, we're
We
very
have
excited to see what.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt. We have some OP.GGs, just so you know who the players are. Today we're watching, obviously, the two teams against each other, Poo Crew and Yeapnation, as Dodge just said. The OPGGs we do have, so I thought I might bring them up. My door did just get open. That was a bit creepy. I'll bring them up quickly. While I'm doing that, what do you think is the most important matchup we're going to see today?
Both of these teams looking like they like to prioritize the bot lane a bit, but with these new season changes, obviously top lane is very strong, and the new role quests make you want to stay, require you to stay in your lane to get your quest done and get that lead started. So roaming, not as much of a huge thing we obviously know, but I think we're going to see a lot of action around both sides of the map, the top lane and the bot lane.
Yeah. I did lie about the OP.GGs. Actually, I'm not talented enough to bring that up. Which is a bit of trouble. But speaking of this bot lane, I think it's kind of an important talking point because we're about to see two players or two teams, four players in fact, with a 1700 LP difference between them. So going into this game, Poo Crew has two Emerald players in the bot lane, and the other team ostensibly has Piss Glider and Vos, who are both gold and silver. All right, so we're seeing two Emerald players versus a gold player and a silver player in the bot lane. Now, I think particularly in season 2026, that's kind of a scary prospect to be looking at.
It is a large differential. It is a large LP differential. But, the great thing about, proper competitive league is that it doesn't really always reflect your solo queue results. We do get to see how teams communicate and, use their synergy to gain those leads. So hope maybe Piss Glider just has a bad day in solo queue every, 365 days or so. It's like, but, we're going to find out today.
Yeah, and if I could bring up the OP.GG, I would show you Piss Glider's most recent solo queue game. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, I've managed it. Wait, this is really exciting. Okay, this is Piss Glider's most recent solo queue game here. He's gone 6-26 on the Cogmore. If you can see that, let me just make sure that's nice and centered on the screen so we can talk about this with a little bit more, visuals to back it up. 6-26 on the Cogmore, 0-11 on Leona. He's playing Cassidon, and he's got 16 deaths here on the Callista. I mean, one might argue that this account could potentially be... it's a bit suspicious, It's a bit of a suspicious account. I guess we'll see how he performs in the game itself today. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. On the other end of things, though, this is on the lower end of the skill level to see. We have this man here in the jungle, Oak. Masters 127 LP, alright? He's 1.9 thousand LP higher than Piss Glider, the enemy support on the opposite team. And take a look at what he's doing in solo queue here. What's your read on this?
Those look like some pretty solid jungle mechanics, well, I really hope that Yeapnation can bring us their best because they have it's going to be an uphill battle maybe.
Okay, I know we've just built this story about Piss Glider. I've just received outside information from one of this is actually really sad. I want to prepare you for this. I've received outside information from one of the players that Piss Glider isn't playing, which really sucks. They've replaced him. I'll put with this gentleman here, LTM.
Just take my notebook and just
scrap the whole thing. Yeah. we have this man. This looks a little bit closer, okay, but still I think there's quite an LP differential. This guy isn't actually ranked in this season yet, so it's still a bit scary. Only a few games played here. So I'm just gonna check quickly on the state of our teams. Oh my god! Oh no! You'll never guess. I know the reason why Piss Glider isn't playing. You'll never guess. Guess the reason. He's banned.
Why did he get banned?
He's got banned. He got banned. He's fully banned.
I can't say that.
One of our teams has had a player banned. He's only just
right before his
realized.
big pro
Yeah,
debut.
that's so sad. I was really excited to
Oh
see
man,
Piscata play today.
Riot's taking this from me. I needed this. I needed this bad. I'll
uh,
be 2 seconds. I have to go think about what I've done.
that's really sad. It is really sad. To build back on these narratives, though, I think it is important to point out that while we have Oak, this ridiculously good Neferi Kiana plays a bit of Diana, plays a bit of Karthus, very very much a carry jungle player. On the other side of things, on the Yeapnation, we do have this man Over. Now, Over, you look at the rank, it says Emerald 1. But he is playing in Master Tier lobbies, okay? And his champ pool is a bit interesting. It's quite different compared to what you might see brought out by Oak. He's got more supportive champions. He's got Udyr, Volibear. This matchup is going to be so interesting. We have two junglers of fairly similar skill levels. Bot lane is, it's a bit different. But very different playstyles, Oak's going to want to try and take the game by the horns, whereas Over, he's going to try and power his team to success. I'm curious as to what your read is. Who do you think has the advantage going into this game out of these two teams?
I'm not a statistician's man. I'd like to see my results on the field, but I would definitely say that Poo Crew has a slight advantage going into this one. So let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Anything can happen out there on the Rift.
All right.
And yeah.
No, fair enough. We're going to go to a quick break while I quickly figure out how to make sure this draft is going to work. This is that's actually, I just leaked, guys. Please don't don't click on that link. I'm going to quickly go to a break. We're going to figure out the draft. We'll be back with draft action. Then we're going to get straight into the games. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We've got some bangers planned up for you. Amazing mid matchup, amazing bot lane matchup. We'll see you in about 2 minutes while we get this draft going. Be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've had some interesting developments as I show you the draft screen. Instead, I'll show you the op.ggs and get ready. This is the... Actually,
Interesting is an understatement.
This is the spectator link. This is what we're going to be watching as we get into the draft here. The draft is coming along. At 7:18, the draft is going to start. This screen is suddenly going to have some champions on it. We're going to have some players joining in. That's going to be very exciting. But I think it's important that we update you on what has just happened on the admin side of things. The reason we went on a delay is because we were gonna start the draft originally. But then we found out that Piss Glider unfortunately got a 14-day ban. Alright, that happens. And then after that, we heard that the Vos, one of the players on Yeap, is in a bushfire zone and had to evacuate their house due to bushfires. Although, the reason I'm glib right now and gleeful instead of really sad and worried, he is back. Okay, so not under real threat. The house evacuation was a false alarm, I think. There's still bushfires going on. Please be safe, guys. It's really hot outside. But yes, we're all good. We got the draft starting in about 3 minutes from now. What a crazy development. What a crazy development.
Insane scenes. It's exactly what you'd expect from the O's Backyard League. Getting up to a great start. So many narratives developing. I just can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah. I think one of the interesting things as well. Again, we're admitting this live. Obviously, you can tell it's a little bit scuffed, but a bit of a backyard. I mean, it's called the Backyard League for a reason, guys. We're running this in our own backyard with our own technology. But one of the interesting developments had Vos not returned to his PC, had he had to evacuate his house, unfortunately, we would have been subbing in a Challenger ADC player. So, Pukru can thank their lucky stars that didn't happen, because there would have been a Challenger player in the bot lane, and that would have been very good fun to watch. It would have balanced the ranks somewhat. It would have definitely thrown our narrative playbook out. I don't know what your notepad would have looked like after that one.
It'd be torn in two. I'm not going. Yeah.
Speaking of notepad, we're getting into the draft very soon. Is there anything you're expecting to see?
I'm just hoping, don't quote me on this, but I don't want to see that Neferi champion in this game. I don't. I'm not a fan of her. Yeah.
We don't like dogs.
Send her to the doghouse. Who let the dogs out? Yeah, no. I don't want to see that. I'm hoping to see some good team comps. I'm interested to see. Well, I guess I won't know until the draft comes out. Really.
Yeah.
Voice is back, so that's great.
All right. So
we got an LTM.
We have about 30 seconds before the draft officially starts. Both teams are now in the draft. You can see. The expectations, I mean, I agree with you. I hope Neferi doesn't get picked. The dog champion. Not my favorite champ in the game. A bit annoying. A bit raucous.
I think another 200 years of champion game designing could be beneficial to some people who think that that's an okay champ to play.
Yeah, fair. All right, draft should be getting underway any second now. For me, I'm looking out for how are they going to target this Masters player in the jungle. I think Oak, he plays some very vulnerable champions. He plays the carry junglers. He likes the Kiana. He likes his Nocturne. He likes his Diana. There's only so many you can ban away. You're going to have to deal with one or two eventually. So I'm interested to see what Yeapnation have cooked up in return here. So I'm just
absolutely, yeah. They're gonna have to draft quite well. I hope they've done more research than I have, so that they're able to make sure that the team comp they want to execute goes well. And I think a lot of this game will come down to the draft here.
Yeah.
And am I correct in the thinking that we are doing a fearless draft as well? So any champions picked this game, we will not see for the rest of the series? I
think that is correct, yes. At least that's what I've set it to. So if this tournament isn't fearless draft, then we're playing fearless this match. So that's what's happening. I think the weak spots to target... Actually, no, my narratives are all gone. My narratives are all gone because I was going to say the weak spot to target was going to be Piss Glider's Lulu. Piss Glider dropped 26 deaths and got banned for 14 days. So that's gone. That doesn't exist anymore.
Now I don't get to say his name anymore. Rest in peace.
It's really, I mean, I'm sure we'll keep bringing him up, to be honest. It's kind of hard. He's hard to forget. He's really hard to forget.
God, he stole my heart.
Yeah, he did. We're going to have a quick look through the op.ggs while we wait. There seems to be a little bit of a delay going on in the draft here. Let's check one last time. I will quickly let the teams know. Let me know when the draft is ready. And we'll quickly look through some more of the op.ggs, look at some of the crucial champs that need to get banned.
Seeing a lot of heavy mages coming out from Jibby Won't Do here.
Let's see that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that win rate on the Ari there. 73%, 5.40 KDA. That is menacing if I've ever seen it.
Look at the win rate on the Ari. Are you hearing this, Yeapnation? Wink, wink. Anyway, don't listen to me, actually. You know, maybe he just wants it to get banned. He looks like his other champs are strong. And you might not even want to put your focus in the mid lane. Maybe you want to put it somewhere else. Potentially even on Elm in the support. Looking at a lot of engage support champions. And obviously enchanters as well. But I guess we're going to have to play that one by ear.
It's interesting. You can look at what they're picking specifically in Flex, and I think it shows a little bit more what's going on. You got to be scared of the Lucian Nami. Like, that's a little pocket pick. You see, if they're going to pick Nami, they always pick the Lucian to follow it up. Tonka T on the Lucian with the Nami here. But otherwise, it looks like a heavy preference towards Leona, right?
Definitely. A lot of Leona. I'm hoping to see some Braum today. He's been one of my new... I've been playing a lot of him the past couple of years, but this new patch for him has just been unreal, and the Battle Pipes item just synergized so well. So...
Yeah, but Battle Pipes are disgusting, though. Like, this item, I think everyone who's touched that item can agree that thing is just unbelievable. I think even with the 300 gold nerf, right, it's still crazy.
Yeah, no, it is completely absurd. I had a friend of mine playing Trundle in the top lane, and every time he Qs, he gets 30% attack speed. And that's just...
We're going!
That's just absurd. Oh.
We're in draft, 20 seconds. Okay, Poo Crew, what are we going to pick? Any predictions here? First pick, first ban is Akshan. Interesting.
Get him out of here. And I'm fine with that.
Targeting Flicko, I do believe.
Actually don't have a...
Recenter this. Okay, sorry guys, this is a bit scuffed. Let me just Nothing is going on here. This is very professional production, as you're aware. But I mean, that's why it's called the Backyard League, man. That's what we're here for. We're not here for professional stuff. Watch the LCK if you want professional.
Yeah, it's right next door.
This is Oceania, man. We don't do professional.
You get a better story here.
We do amazing stories. Udiaban, there we go. But it's spicy.
I'm a bit of a delay here, so it's your...
for real? Wait, how much of a delay are we talking?
The draft. I'm just seeing the action ban now. So.
Oh wow!
Unless I got a link. Yeah.
Wait, how about I stream that for you?
that'd be.
Let's do that real quick. I think my color casters should probably be able to see the draft. That's there you go, man. All right.
Well, I got another stream.
Any analysis? Here we go. Is that working? That's all good.
Yeah, I guess we're just seeing champs that we don't want, that no one wants to see, you know, and it's like taking off those those ones that are really gonna irk your team, you know, when you're in champ select, you're in flex, and then you get that last pick and just like, oh, how could I have forgotten to have banned that? And I was like, obviously, I don't want the entire enemy team getting revived after they get a kill, so you know, action off the board. Panth incredibly strong last season, and it's like still don't want to see it too much of him, but you know,
so true. So true. I feel like, does anyone even play Irelia on Yeapnation, or is that just like a hate ban from Poo Crew? Like that's what I'm thinking.
Like a strong hate ban. Yeah.
Like, I didn't see any Irelias when I was watching. When I looked through all the OP. You guys looked through the OP.GGs with me. I think we just don't like this champion. That's fair enough. As we're gonna get into the first pick, Syndra ban taken away. That's a mage targeted from Jibby won't do. Like you said, the mage is being taken away. Akali Syndra, still Ari open is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the carry junglers. I'm looking at the Dianas of the world, the Kianas of the world. Those are open. Ari, Kiana, Diana. This is what I'm expecting to see here. Let's see what they go with. 10 seconds left. Looks like black screen so far. And it's Neferi.
Oh, no.
Oh, anything but that.
I'm sorry. It's actually, I think it's my fault. I did try to warn them. I did, you know, it's just a gentleman's agreement, I guess. And so whatever. Anyway, so we do have the Neferi picked. I think we're seeing that. Is that in the jungle or the top lane?
I think that will be jungle. I really hope it's not top. Top's not for Neferi, man. Top is for real champions.
Yeah.
That run TP. Grasp.
Well, yeah, obviously such like strong.
That.
Oh, yeah. No, there we go. What would end up winning? A dog or a bear? I'm not sure. But obviously, the Neferi pick, such strong engage tools that you can use to get into the backline of a team. Great disengage with her, you know, what is it? Is it an invulnerability?
Untargetable. Jump. I just call it the jump.
Yeah.
No one knows what that is. The 200 years design ability.
The 200 years design. It's fantastic.
I think the bear has her, by the way. I'm just going to say I think bear does clear dog most of the time. I would. Yunara did.
Love to see a Yunara here and there. We need to see a bit more of that. Just great constant damage output from Yunara, and then she just keeps ramping and ramping. So it gets a bit scary, you know, towards the end of a fight. If they're able to keep those lethal tempo stacks going, and I don't know what they're building these days, but I guess we'll find out.
Okay, so
Um,
Yunara does need some strong frontline, though. She's not one of those champions. She kind of has a little bit of self-peel with the ultimate dash. We'll see what she goes with. That's a bit of dive there. A little bit of lockdown on Leona as well. Maybe trying to force the cleanse onto the enemy ADC. That's something we often see. Leona Jinx just slam locked in, man. That's quick. Very aggressive.
Jinx, yeah. Gonna be a lot of just full on balls to the wall diving
Ooh, Lulu.
into the back of the Yeapnation. Lulu, great tool for disengage. The polymorph and the glitter lance and her ultimates, which I forget the name of. But just
And biggin.
in the bot lane, I ban Lulu. I ban her every time because I just don't want my opponent having a free ride. So
All right, looks
that's
like
just me.
a couple more mages going to be targeted here. I think this is the expected bans. If you're Pukru, it's a little bit more tricky. They have frontline, they have disengage. I think the comp is lacking a little bit of damage, so I'd be targeting those damage mid laners. Potentially, I mean, we don't know where that Volibear is going. There's the brand, right? That's a damage mid laner right there. Interesting ban. More mages.
Doesn't even have to look. He just throws the abilities out, and they just all the damage over time you can hope for. But yeah, the Rise another good ban as well. He's been completely busted this season. Getting
as well.
To full builds. That new actualizer item, just ridiculous. Ridiculous at damage output. But
yeah, if you were to go over to the LCK instead of the stream, which again I'd hazard against the stream, is just significantly more interesting than T1 versus DK. But if you were to go over there, you would see a lot of actualizer Rise mids being locked in, and there's a reason that champ is banned on this patch because he's unbelievably strong. Is Aurora instead going to be locked in? That's the damage we're looking for. If you are Yeapnation, now that comp's starting to come together, it's looking a bit scary. If you ask me.
It is. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of champs here that would tilt my flex members off of the planet. Just the sheer sight of an Aurora really just puts them in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And Volibear, such a if he is in the top lane, so strong. Just all of his sustain and damage output, and then the obvious potential for a tower dive with his ultimate.
Okay, interesting.
So I did actually expect to see the Orianna come out with the Neferi, and then with the Leona as well, just huge engage.
Why Orianna with Neferi?
Well, it's just the absolute piss missile of a Neferi going into the back line, and then with the shockwave to come after so many potential strong engages, and then follow that up with a Leona ult, and wow, then look at that. We're at your Nexus,
Exactly, yeah, that's crazy. Oh my goodness, Aatrox locked in, man. That is ballsy. Aatrox vs Volibear is not a very, that's a pretty volatile matchup to be picking in a pro game. I'm here for this.
Splash, you are a top laner, so I'm going to take your word for that.
Yes.
But, you would know these matchups a little bit better than I do.
It's a crazy one, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for free. I hope they're playing Ignite. I'd like to see that. I guess we'll find out when we load in. Last pick here, what do you reckon? Malphite! There he is!
Ah, there he is. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's going to be good for what? Engage, disengage. They got it all. These are some great teams I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent, back to front potential, and then just a lot of, I guess it's who presses the win button first. Looking for a strong dive on the carry. So positioning going to be very important here in this game.
Yeah. All right, we got a little bit of time while the teams lock these champs in the game to analyze the comps here. And I think that is the crucial thing. Both of these team comps are very shotgun. Like, if you're looking at Yeapnation, you're looking at Aurora Malphite, right? Sure, you have the follow-up consistent damage of Yunara Lulu. But realistically, we're looking at Malphite ult, we're looking at Aurora ult. We need Yunara ult to be able to fight. All of these ults are really important, and they don't last very long, right? You've got to snap engage. You kind of get one shot. And if you're looking over at Pukru, the same deal, man. I mean, you got a world under for Aatrox. That kind of gives you a little bit of sustained damage. But realistically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get that Jinx a reset, and you're trying to do that by getting a kill with Neferi Orianna, like you pointed out. You want to use that combo, use that Leona ult to get that going. So it's going to be a very interesting match. I think we're going to go to a quick, maybe 2 or 3 minute break just while we load into the game. Get everything set up, and then we'll see you back in. It looks like a very exciting draft. Super excited to see how this one goes. Any last words?
We will see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we're loading into the game. I mean, hopefully, we're going to load into the game. Barring any tech issues, which are very plausible. I'll just put that out there. Tech issues, quite likely, even. How's that looking? Ooh, it looks good to me.
Tunnel. Got it, tunnel.
That's working.
And we're in. Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay. All right.
Excellent.
I just get to see my beautiful loading screen. I think this brings out some of the rank
Yeapnation.
disparity. Look at that. Look at the jungle right there. That's scary. Here we go, man. Here we go. Click on directed camera. Of course, I'm live observing this at the same time, so
Yep.
a little bit scary.
Let's get the nice setup done. Sweet.
All right.
Ladies and mostly gentlemen, welcome to the Backdoor League. It's Yeapnation versus the Poo Crew. We're underway. The bot lane. Coming in
I'll
hot.
turn nameplates on. I'm so sorry. Whoa. Interface, quickly. Champion name. No, summoner name. Save. Bang. Done. All right.
I need those names.
Check that out. Here we go.
Alright. We've got underway. So much vision coming out. Both teams, Raptors, warded so that they know where their jungler is pathing. Top lane's playing it safe, and the bot just looking for that bush control so that they can get a strong level 2. God, you forget how fast the game loads into.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, in the new patch.
Yeah.
Who are you expecting to get pop Brio here? I think it surely should be... I'm sorry, by the way, to be clear, Yeapnation is on red side, and Poo Crew is on blue side, if I'm correct. So, the favored team, the team we're expecting to win, is the blue team, okay? Red team, if they win, it's a massive upset. Massive underdog upset. That's the storyline to keep your eyes out on. That's what we're thinking about today. You're so right about the vision. Look at that. Checking out the pathing of the Volley Bear. He's already been spotted. They know exactly where he's going to start. In a couple seconds, he's going to walk over that Raptor ward, and that's going to be very good information for the blue team.
It will. You can see both bot lane. Both junglers pathing towards the bot lane. Top to bot. Red side not going to see Neferi maybe with the only couple 20 seconds remaining on that ward.
Leona's just eating in, man. We're going. Jinx is already gone. Ignite popped on the Lulu. Here comes heal. Yunara has her Q ticking. The lethal tempo passive up. And the flash is going to be burned and nothing's going to come from it. I think it's just going to be a trade of summoner spells in the bot lane. Nothing much else. But that does mean that a lot of pressure going to be exerted onto the blue team here. Pretty good early trade from a bot lane that is otherwise very unfavored in this matchup.
Yeah, no doubt. Both sums popped, but she's making it look good. The Jinx obviously a lot more valuable at low health than the Lulu. She's got a lot of tools to protect herself. And as the junglers start to move to the bot lane, that's going to be a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's concerning here that both junglers are pathing down. This top is actually just a bit disastrous, to be honest. I didn't realize it was Malphite top. I thought it was Malphite jungle. It's more meta on the patch, but I guess probably fine if he's leaking a little bit of CS. Junglers will be arriving bot with all forces in about 30 seconds. That scuttle fight is going to be absolute Armageddon.
Yeah, Lulu's back to full health. They're looking for a little face-off right now. It's the bush. Oh, just a bit of value.
Bit of ward.
Free money and
Oh, the ward instantly dies too. That's brutal.
Yeah. I saw that coming. Oak not going to go for a gank. Obviously the lanes are reset. Lulu back and healthy. Jinx actually did go for a quick reset. So that red side bowling.
I think
on top.
Here you can also see the reason that early trade is so good for the red team. Ova was able to get that scuttle crab uncontested. It wasn't that.
Hold on, Malphite's almost.
Oh my god, it's just getting killed, man. My goodness. I mean, I think he's okay. I don't think there's anything going on there. Yeah, no flash burns. But yeah, I mean, the scuttle crab in river was just uncontested for Ova. It's not going to be a double crab because Oak's a bit too good for that. But the ping's coming through. Now they know exactly where he is, and that's pretty important in the early game here. As yeah, that was a brutal top lane trade.
Interesting.
TP coming back out through. BPD.
Oh, they will.
Arriving in top lane.
Whoa.
Whoa. Oak's ganking mid. It's an interesting gank angle. I'll give it to him. All right, I'll rate that.
Safely.
Bit of damage on Flicko.
Seeing some pings come out on the red side and their jungle tracking. It's just out of this world.
It's pretty damn good, yeah.
Come out on that.
Gonna force BPD back under his tower. As you see, he can't crash that wave. It's a pretty tricky situation to be in top lane. The Malphite just has to watch the Aatrox hold the minions there because he knows Neferi's top side. He knows he's on weak side as the Volleybear's pathing away. You see that wave's just not gonna crash. 3 minions just gonna be sitting in front of tower for eternity, and it's brutal for BPD.
He's decided. He looks like he's calling it quits now. He wants to get that wave.
Slow pushing, yeah.
More recent. Yeah. Interesting trades coming up in the mid lane. That's all over. Orianna with a slight minion advantage so far. She was winning those early game trades, but we'll see if that stays consistent.
Here's the top lane trade. Looks a little bit more winning now for the Malphite. He's got the double cloth armor now in the pocket. Shouldn't be too scary for the Aatrox. First dragon of the game coming up very soon. And I'm interested to see who's going to fight that. Here it is now. It's the Hextech Dragon.
Big fan of the Hextech Drag.
Who isn't?
Aatrox gets level 6, and he's just going to play it slow.
The Malphite's also hitting level 6 on the cannon here. It's a bit of a tricky all-in timer, I think. Not really your job as well. I think you're happy just farming as the Aatrox here.
Definitely. Got our volley. He's starting up the drag.
Yep.
Fearing, making our way around town. Trying to hide from that vision in the tri-bush, it looks like. So maybe looking for more of a bot gank, but
Top
I'm not sure if Red are going to go for a fight.
Pretty aggressive. Neferi is
With
walking
volley on the
in
drag.
on the bot side here. You can see she's trying to walk in into that bot lane bush. Now she's got the sweeper pops. Gonna just recall. It doesn't look like there's a gank angle coming through. Dragon, 900 HP left. Rora's going to arrive just to finish it off, and Fleeko's going to step back into his lane. Hextech Dragon firmly secured for the red side team, and it's looking pretty good in the early game, not going to lie. Good plays all around.
Yeah. Was it the Pukru with a slight minion advantage across the map? But you know those objectives are important as the game starts to go on, and so Yeapnation just getting a nice early lead with that drag.
Yeah, Aatrox invests the teleport in the top lane. Of course, that's very legal at this point in the game. That's exactly what it's for. You're going to see, look at the wave state he's curating right now. That's a perfect freeze. And BPD, no teleport, is just going to have to walk back into this lane and drop so many minions. And that's the advantage of being on the strong side in a winning matchup. The Aatrox, no pressure from the volley bear this game, so he's just able to curate a perfect wave state, get good TP value, and hold that wave in a position that's really punishing Malphite. You're going to see that in the CS department in a few minutes' time.
Sure will. That is a killer phrase. He is dreaming. Aatrox very comfortable up there.
Yeah.
Is everybody just farming up? What time is grub spawn these days? I should know this. I'm a jungle.
It's like 8 minutes or so, I think.
Yeah, okay. We might see a bit more action over that, obviously. No kills off the board yet. As close as they were trying.
Cispin coming on the red buff. Look at Oak. He's trying to steal the red buff away here. Ova is watching this, though. But Oak, he's hovered by his mid laner. There's no mid prior. Flicker's got no mana. The red buff's just going to go away.
Give it up.
It's daylight robbery. They've got full vision. But they just can't fight it. It's gone.
I wouldn't want to coin flip with those two champions. You know, that's
Yeah, fair.
that's a one-way street to Pound Town. To the doghouse.
To the doghouse. We'll see if Oak takes people to the doghouse this game. How's his farm looking? 57 to 60. Actually, Volleybear's keeping up pretty well despite getting the red buff thieved away. Although, take a look at the minimap. Oak's got his full jungle yet to clear. So that CS lead is going to build unless Ova can get something done on the bot side of the map here.
Alright, looks like we are seeing the Lulu make her way up for the grubs as they are coming in. Volley going to have to drop his blue buff just so that, you know, he's able to make it there on time. So they are going to put some extra resources into securing that objective. Alright. And Fleeko coming along for the ride.
It looks like there's going to be a bit of a fight here, although red team is going to be first here. Yeapnation are in position already. The Volleybear's going to walk through, smites the grub away, stuns the Neferi down, and the Aurora combo does miss. That's pretty crucial here. Hugify used already, the Shockwave goes wide, and it looks like the Jinx ult going to land for some damage. Ova going to go down, he's right in the middle of it, cannot heal up the damage. The Aatrox gets a reset, and the fight continues. Solar Flare comes through on the Lulu, down she goes. Flicko going to get pulled back by the Aatrox. He's trying to finish her off, but I think she's going to get out. Grub secured by Oak. Flash forward from the Aatrox, Malphite ultimate to come through, unstoppable force, going to stop Flicko in his tracks. Flicko not going to get away. This time Leona Flash takes a kill out. Aatrox dies. Flicko's in stealth. Can he get out? No! Oak has to scare him off, forces him back to commit suicide into the enemy team. BPD flashes away. And it's brutal. The blue side team don't secure the grubs, but they win the fight convincingly.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Yeep there. You know, they were just a little bit too late. They did get some great damage out from the Fury, but then she used the jump. And, yeah. It just spelled disaster for Volleybear, who got pretty decisively focused.
Yeah.
I think BPD being a little bit late to that one, you know, really messed with them.
Yeah, it's interesting as well because that fight looks so good, right? They got there first. They were in the river early. They got their priority. They were chilling. And they just lose anyway. I think a bit of a missed position from Ova. Just not quite enough damage to follow through. The Aatrox gets a lot of value in these extended fights. Just not enough on the other side as the Raptors now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next point of
And the
interest.
Shockwave didn't even catch everybody. It was only on the Lulu. But everything just sort of fell apart after there because your front lines was gone.
Really
So we might see
important
some
fight.
more. Oh!
Whoa! Leona's going to land the E. The Volley Bear's going to come through. The Solar Flare going to land on the Oriana. And it's just getting worse for the red team here. Ultimate committed
no.
by the Leona. Here comes the
There
Nefiri.
it is.
Oak once more. There's the combo we're talking about in Sham Select. And down goes Volley Bear. Over. Forced to look at a grey screen and ponder what the hell we just did. As the Raptors invade turns to ashes in front of everyone's eyes.
Those Raptors are juicy. You know, it's hard to turn out a little bit of extra gold, but when it ends up coming out that way, yeah. Gonna start seeing some bleeding here, I think.
You know, we're talking about Bear versus Dog in the loading screen. I thought Bear was winning that. I'm not going to lie. Bear versus Dog, you'd think in the wild, Bear's probably got a good shot.
You definitely would.
It's
You
not
definitely
looking
would.
that way
But you're
now.
not taking into account, you know, I'm not surprised that game designers don't understand how Mother Nature really works. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just...
Where's my realism? My immersion is ruined. I thought the Bear
Yeah,
would eat the Dog, you know? I feel like that
we
would
all play
happen.
video games. We all play video games too, you know, experience realism. That's the whole
Exactly.
point.
That's why I'm in League. Come on now. I finished work and I'm like, I gotta get on the Rift so I can do more work, you know? Like, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, no. That's the real job.
Now Drake's
Doesn't pay very well, but you know, it's honest work. It's honest work.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to say slurs in my solo queue games, and if it's not going to be me, then I'll make sure they do.
Of course. Alright, Dragon's up. It's the Chemtech Dragon. This one's a bit uglier. We don't like this one so much.
Yeah, no, this is actually one of my least favorite drags. Actually, I don't know if you remember when the Chemtech drag first came out, and they had the what is it, the Jungle Pockets as a big fight starting in the bot lane. Just some trading onto the Lulu, which is not what you want to see going into a drag fight,
Just don't know if they
especially
can contest
already
this.
on the lower end of the gold.
It's a little bit interesting here. I think they're still going to try and position for it. Lulu does have Flash and ult available. In terms of summoner spells, the Oriana doesn't have Flash, right? So that's pretty crucial. If you're going to try and take a fight timer, it would be now. Nefiri's in the area, though. It looks like they're trying to posture their way in. The red sign team here over. Needs to make this work. Nothing's worked for him all game so far. Needs to force this fight if he wants it. The Drake could be a win condition for them, but it looks like they're getting forced out of the river. The posturing from the blue team, too good as the Oriana combo goes in. Vos, one shot at the flip of a coin. There's an instant. It's ridiculous. They're all dead. It's just a massacre. Faster than you can say the word.
There was really no hope there. It's a decisive combo, you know. It's if it works, and then it works.
What the hell just happened, man?
That was that's a good draft, I suppose. That's just what we were expecting to see, and now we know why it's so scary.
Yeah, I mean, this is, to be fair, the narrative we were pushing into this game is that it's going to be an uphill battle for the red side team, and it's so true, right? You can see it
Without
already. This game is very, very, very bad. Top is getting gapped 1v1. Look at mid, look at jungle. Those aren't even the lanes that we were predicting to get gapped. Bot is the lane with the biggest LP differential. Mid jungle right now is the one winning the game. It's crazy.
It is. Red side, you know, once they get their full first items, they're going to be trying to look for some of those bounties to get that gold back.
Ooh.
Oh my!
Here comes the
goodness.
game. Oh my god, the unstoppable force has just gone into my window. Where's the Malphite flying, bro? Do not hop on that airline. Jesus.
I guess BPD is fighting some demons because yeah, something went wrong.
He's trying to get Aatrox's shadow, man. I know the world end is big, but he's not that big.
You know, actually, I'm going to put that down to some really good footwork by Alika.
That's what we'll say. I'm down for that. I'm here for that. Oh, God. Solar Flare coming through. It looks like another 2v2 kill on the bot side here. Vos not going to get hit by the Jinx trap as he's forced to ult away. Leona lands another stun as the rocket comes through.
No.
Oh, the flash away. It's not going to matter. Goodbye, Vos. Tonka Twizzy dancing on him. And the flash burned as well. Insult to injury.
So I can see what they're going for here. You know, just little trades. You know, trying to scrape back a small advantage, and it just keeps ending in disaster, which is unfortunate. But when this team comes online, if we can get into a bit of the late game, we will see what it was made to do. You know, it's
Yeah.
just a shame that the early game is going this way.
I think now's a point
be
in the
looking
game. We got to start slowing down, though, because, like, at the end of the day, all of these early game's already cooked, right? How much worse can it get? It's another gank here. Nefiri coming over the wall this time. Malphite, obviously, we know, doesn't have ult due to the incident that occurred minutes before. He's just going to stand still and take it. Fair enough. You know, fair enough. I'd do that same thing in that situation. Oh, no, he DC'd. Oh, no. Oh.
I mean, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. I would have taken the standstill angle, but
Yeah, that's what I thought he's doing. Thought it was the end.
It
was in fact
I just
ISP
thought that was a rage quit or not. Yeah.
Yeah, Alt F4.
Yeah. I was like,
might
I
as well
stopped playing it
this
2 nights ago, and they'd had enough. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll try and win this one without you.
Alright, let's look at the bright side here, though. I think it's important to keep hope here, because if you're a Yeapnation fan right now, you might be in tears. But, there's hope. There's hope. There's 2 bright sides here I want to point out. First of all, this is the OBL. And notoriously, in OCE, we're very bad at winning the game cleanly. Alright, there's a reason we don't surrender, and it's because we like to int shutdowns a lot. We love it, in fact. It's like one of our favorite pastimes. That and like cooking snags at Bunnings. Alright, these are the 2 things we do in Australia. Alright, we int shutdowns and we eat sausages. And hopefully, the blue side team, I mean, if you're a Yeapnation fan, you're gonna need them to run it down here. That's what they're gonna do. Alright, we're just praying the Neferi sends the ult in, doesn't find the angle, gets a little bit cocky perhaps. Maybe falls victim to a Malphite. There is a chance. League is a game where you can come back. So slow it down a little bit, see what we can do, see if we can get some momentum going, get back in the game. I reckon it's possible.
It definitely is. They're going to have to pick their windows really smart,
Yeah.
It's like, wait for somebody to make a misstep and then capitalize, And so you can't just be walking into these engages with all their tools. You've got to wait for that moment of opportunity.
Yeah, so fair. And it is a comp that can capitalize on those moments as well. Like, I want to point out, Malphite Ultimate, obviously you didn't see it used particularly well, but it can be used as a snap engage tool that catches out multiple people. So if you're talking about a Malphite Ultimate that hits 3 or 4 people at one time and a Aurora Ultimate to follow it up, we're talking about 3 or 4 kills and all of them have shutdowns. I mean, that's an instant coin flip switch back in the game. And that's something we can be seen done. They just need to stop the hemorrhaging right now, see if they can slow it down. No more bad plays for a bit. Let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a lot of burst that's going to come out of Yeapnation at some point as well. Aurora, Unara, Volley. They all have, that snap engage tool. The Malphite you're talking about, and it's like if that good unstoppable force comes out, they will be in a world of hurt. But we have to get there first. We're going to have to make some good fundamentals to get there.
Looks like Orianna wants to make a play on bot here. She's dropping a mid wave. Look at that. The Aurora's just pushing the mid wave in. Orianna's going to force this play. She does have 2 items as Leona's just diving here. This might be a misplay, although the Orianna ultimate comes through. 4 members just appear on bot side. The Avengers roll up, and unfortunately, they're not here for peace. They're here to kill you. TP comes through from Malphite. Here comes the Aurora ultimate. Aatrox ends the world of the red side team as Lekka is just running rampant through them. Oak flashes forward. Here comes Storm's End, but it doesn't matter. Volibear is just useless before this tiny little rabid dog. Malphite flashes forward, gets a shutdown. That's 1 big shutdown right there. Flicker got another, I think. Got the Jinx shutdown on the Aurora. So that is actually, as much as I was saying, the game is over. Kind of a good play for the red side team. Yeah, they got clapped, all right? But they got some money. And we like money.
Great reaction, definitely. It was like with Leona going so far under the tower and the Yeapnation bot lane not really being able to do anything about that. It was a great reaction play where they managed to get some gold back.
Yeah. Herald going to be used on the bot side tower, though. It is a little bit of a bitter taste in the mouth if you lose your tower after a play like that. But I think the Aurora's pretty happy with the game state. Like, if you don't press tab here and you're just Aurora and you load into the game, I'd be feeling pretty good. As long as I, again, couldn't press tab. If I could press tab, I would be feeling not so good.
Well, you can only focus on the things you can control. Anything else is not really your problem. I mean, definitely it is. It's going to be Flico's problem. He's going to have to deal with it. But he's sitting there. He's sitting pretty. It's not too bad for the Aurora. There's a lot they can do. She's like quite a slippery champion. She's going to have to maneuver around those team fights really well to get full value. And at the moment, just got to wait for a couple extra items for the boys, and
yeah,
then we'll have another chance. The Neferi and the Orianna still with the larger shutdowns, which they'll be looking to get.
I think it's important to point out here that the Orianna's finished her 2nd item, and it's a really clever choice as well. He's gone defensive. It's quite tempting oftentimes when you're ahead and winning games like this to keep building damage, keep pounding on the pressure, but the best thing you can do is just be unkillable. Because if there's a situation where you're giving over your shutdown, that's how you lose the game. But he's gone Banshee Veil 2nd. Really, really clever. As here comes an Ethereal. It's just the same combo yet again. Lulu is just victimized by this dog. Rabid Dog is just eating someone's child here. Although, unfortunately, the Lulu's managed to get away. So, I don't know who taught that child to run like that. That was pretty impressive. They teach that in Yordle school, I think. How to run from rabid dogs. Involves blast cones. They are going to lose the mid tier too, though. Look at the trading on bot here. I actually like this. This is proactive. Check this out. Look at the minimap.
Oh, yeah. Aurora, not much she can do about that, you know. It's like better just to make sure she is the shining hope right now for Yeapnation. So
TP.
just gonna try and extend that, get her more of a gold lead. Teleport comes out, and you know, we were just talking about the defensive item, and you're definitely right. It's a good choice as like one of the main engage tools of the team comp. But if she had a little bit more damage, she would have gotten that Lulu, and maybe we could have gotten a bit more value out of that push. But
that's so fair. Yeah, really good point there.
Still a 7k gold lead. So
yeah, and the mid tier 2 got killed, and there's some things in this game that I would say are not ideal. As not
ideal. We're gonna, if we're gonna bleed a little bit. Sometimes you get cut, you're gonna bleed. So
that's how it is. That's how it is.
Yeah. Still a lot to work with here.
Posturing for Baron here. I think the lane assignments are pretty interesting from both teams. The fact that both top laners are on the same side as the Baron is giving me a little bit of...
No.
Hey! Oh, what a jump from the dog! The Unstoppable Force goes wide yet again. This time, unfortunately... no, fortunately, it wasn't into my window. It was rather just underneath the dog that jumped over it, as Aurora ultimate going to be invested here. Flash Force out from Aatrox. It's only a 100 gold shutdown, as here comes the Fury. Yet again, finding the target on Fleeko. Yet again, the Orianna Ball is going to get massive value. Oak staying alive, despite the odds here. No one can die on the blue side team, man. It's impossible for Red. They're trying their best here, Yeapnation. They're doing everything they can. But it's just misery. As Malphite gets ganged up on. I've seen that before. 5 men hitting a rock. It looks like my Minecraft game's over here. My goodness.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate for BPG. Just, the get out of jail free card on the Neferi champion. What can you do? But, great follow up from the rest of the food crew.
Yeah, and Baron's gonna go down. So the hopes that Yeapnation have, they're getting slimmer. I'm not one to be a doubter. You never hear me doubt.
Ever the optimist.
I don't... Let me rephrase, so I'm not doubting. I believe that Yeapnation have a extraordinarily slim chance at winning this game. But they can do it. And it would involve multiple disconnects at the same time. Which is possible. They could be. We've already seen one fire today. And a ban. As that's an int. Maybe he's going to get banned for that.
Slim. If I'm in this game, I maybe take 5. I maybe go for a cigarette, and then we try and run it back on the next one.
There's always the infamous call a pause. Okay, this guy's just dead. I'm gonna keep telling my story. There's always the infamous just call a pause, and hope enemy team DCs while you're paused. That's a classic. You can just pause the game, wait for 15 minutes, and maybe someone's internet's gonna die in that time. That's the classic. That's the classic.
Yeah.
Just say sorry. I've got dinner. I've got to go. I'll be back. Wait
I'm getting my uncle Riot on the phone, and he's going to
exactly.
send you guys back to the Shadow Realm.
So we only lost the volley there. The inhib's going to go down now. Jinx getting excited off that. Yeah. Game's looking rough here. 22 minutes in, I'd like to remind you. This is a best of 3, though. That's only game 1.
And, still not an awful showing.
No, I'd say there's
just
some
unfortunate. Yeah, just... What is it? Food crew really just pushing their advantage just the best way they can, And it's like they got their leads and they knew exactly how to execute their comp with just straight up in your face, complete and utter dive, And sometimes you don't even get to play the game if you're an ADC.
That's not very subtle, is it? That comp.
No. That is just the state of the role at this time, and so now that these champs are taken back off the board, we can go back to the drawing board and
Speaking
try
of dive,
again.
Comes a little top lane play. The Aatrox. How much is the shutdown
what they're going for
Only
here.
250
They're trying
gold.
to isolate the Aatrox, but he does have a lot of sustain.
Can he die here? That's my question. Looks okay so far, but he does
There
heal
it
a lot.
is.
Here we go. He's dead! No! Lulu got it! Oh my god. Oh my god, report my Lulu. It's bannable.
It's a great
Uh-oh, and here come the
Not too
boys.
many ultis.
Here come the boys. The Fury's on the back line. Wait, maybe she can die. This might be the int we're talking about. It might be the fabled int. Where they lose the game. I don't think it is, though. Oak is just so damn scary. Here he goes. Run away, Fleeko. Here comes the dog. The dog inted. He's dead. That's a big shutdown on the ADC as well. Volibear, can he dive in? ADC jumps in. 4-man shockwave. 2 of them immediately perish. Stormbringer goes forward. The Volibear just gets cut down. And what was so brilliant for the red side team just turns into disaster yet again this game. It's just brutal.
Huge shockwave. That was disgusting.
That's a good one, wasn't it? Yeah.
But, Great play, great play. You know, they managed to pick the Aatrox, and then they finally got the Neferi off the map. But the backup plan, the Orianna ult, just securing.
You can almost see.
Battle East.
You can almost see the hope in
I felt it. I felt it.
yeah, in Fleet Nations. Oh my gosh, I forget their name already. Fee. What are they called? There's something nation. Yeet. Oh my! I was trying to call them Fleet Nation or Flea Nation. I was like, I don't know.
It's either Yeep or Yep.
It's definitely Yep. I don't think they're called that.
I'll ask for some clarification.
Maybe we should actually.
Right.
Wait, this is an int.
Jinx was up tabs.
675.
Okay. That's
Maybe,
another window.
Is this the DC that I was talking about? Just.
Oh my god.
Maybe it is.
Yeah,
this guy's ending too.
One.
Hey, I told you we flip burgers, we eat sausages, and we end the game. That's what we do here. Okay. Well, goodbye, Yunara. Maybe he's not ending. This is the fabled Aatrox I was talking about. He's 1v5 right now, just to be clear. Oh god, is he getting one more? Is he getting one more? Shit, he got one more! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear. But sometimes the Aatrox causes that. Wow.
Yeah, he does do that.
Wow. That was impressive. 1v5, he gets 2. Alright. Top lane, ladies and gentlemen.
2 squishiest members of the team, but, you know, if you're in that deep, you may as well try, and he did it, so...
Good on
Blue
him.
team gonna try and, you know, push this small window to, you know, get this in here.
Yeah.
And not many cooldowns.
Well, I think
we have one combo available.
The other issue
we know what it looks like.
We used Malphite ult just... Okay, speaking of Malphite, flashes away. He's almost one-shot. We did use Malphite ult to pick that Aatrox. So, not really much hope here. As Elm does overstep, he gets a bit of a bonk on the head from the volley bear. Maybe that bear's gonna start looking ferocious any time now. You know? Notorious scaling champ, the volley bear.
We love an underdog story, and in this case, it's a bear, so...
Yeah, I think in this case, the underdog story is... Everyone is under Oak's dog. Because that guy is 1v9. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think a small issue here. I mean, Dusk of Dawn, big flavor of the month item right now.
Yeah.
It's like that could be the reason why Volley's been popping a little bit earlier. And it's like you do sometimes like to see a bit tankier.
This is not a good fight timer. Okay, whew, gets away.
Yeah, just gotta give up some wolves. Anyway, we're looking at solid points pretty soon. I think.
When is this dragon spawning? I think it's in...
Yeah, I don't know.
Any second now. Oh, 50... Someone pinged it in chat. That's Baron. 50 seconds on Baron.
No.
We don't have the best UI here.
I'm manifesting a dragon in 2.5 minutes.
The teams are posturing around bot side though, which does tell me I think it could be happening any second here. Just look at the vision on the minimap, man.
Yeah, they're just gonna live inside that jungle and take all their, you know, chances to get some gold. So
what's he even do at this point? Is it legal to FF in this game? Is that... Do you get banned for that or disqualified?
It is legal, but in OS it's frowned upon. And,
of course.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the smoke break. So.
But I think maybe it's like a power play.
But then as soon as I said that, that's when they found those chances to get back in there, and then almost got there. So
yeah,
I'm not counting them out yet.
I understand that. I think at this stage, actually, hold on. This might be an interesting play here. Obviously, give the Baron. Okay, we can't contest that. We can't even think about contesting that. That worm is dead. But we might be able to catch enemy team while they're walking in to the bottom side river. That'd be nice. That's maybe a play.
I'll take a mid tower. I'll trade a mid tower, but we have to get away from them. Here they come. Here come. Oh, and you know.
Uh-oh. They don't have flash to force this. Actually, they do. They do have the Neferi flash. That's what we're looking at here. Neferi's forcing. She does have ultimate. Volibear's not going to land the stun. Neferi, are you going to press the button? Orianna does have the ball on it, and it's missed everyone. The shockwave's missed. That's a really big deal. He goes back in. Leona's dived on the backline. The Volibear's in. He's trying to pick Oak, but Aatrox is killing everyone. Lulu goes down first. Volibear is dead. Looks like Malphite's going to follow. The Rock is dead. 5 members all hitting a Rock yet again, man. It's just a mirror of what we've seen earlier. They tried to catch them walking into the river. They tried to make something happen, but they've just found Davy Jones at the bottom of the river.
Yeah, so the shockwave missed there, but it still didn't matter with 10k ahead. You just, you really got to get out of there and bide your time. Valiant effort, and the Malphite just not quite in the position where he needed to be. So, just a shame. Anyway, looking like that's going to be the end of it for this one.
Okay. How do they win from here? What do you think? What's the play?
It's get my uncle on the phone, quick.
Quick. Pause, guys, pause again. Volibear's running in. Here we go. He's trying to find something. Stuns the Orianna. Looks like Neferi's going in. The Orianna ultimate yet again. Just one shot to Lulu, and down goes the Volibear. It's just carnage. Neferi's diving the fountain. Shutdown is good, but 4 members remain. Almost an ace here as the Malphite just has to watch us. Look at the attack speed on that Jinx. Mows down the Nexus. Here comes the Noction further. As the Nexus explodes, the victory screen goes up, and what a game that was. My goodness me, what a showing from the Poo crew.
Yeah, no, it was pretty much what we expected, to a degree. You know, what with a lot of roster roster things going on. Um, so not even a bad showing from Yeapnation. They're gonna, we're gonna run it back. We're gonna come back with a new plan, new draft, and hopefully some less some of the picks that just make my blood boil.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to go on a quick break now. We will see you guys in probably about 5 minutes. Take about a 5 minute break. Grab some tea, grab some water, grab some beverages. We're going to start the draft up. We're going to go into game two. We're going to pray that Pukru can make mistakes more than they did this game, to be honest. And maybe let Yeapnation back in, man. That's what we got to see. So yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. So bye 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 bye. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the OBL. We just had an insane game 1, and also we have no time to rest because we're just in draft for game 2 and there's already been a ban. It's Fearless, I'd like to remind you guys, while you're recovering from that very abrupt opener. As it looks like the same ban so far, so that's pretty common in Fearless. Anything, this game that you noticed from last game that you might want to see maybe taken away or but a bit more emphasis on. Obviously it's Fearless, but it's the type of champions I'm looking at. Like, you know, any type of mid laners, any type of junglers you want to look at, type of play styles potentially that you're a bit worried about seeing in this game too from Poo Crew.
Well, we're getting the same bans that we saw last time. You know, just those champs that you don't ever want to see. You know, simply because you know, it's like they're disgusting. So this time we'll see if Poo Crew can come out with a draft that's not push the win buttons. It was a great combo. It was a great combo.
I mean, it kind of looks like they're doing that again, though. Like Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble. So we're probably going to be looking at great team for repositioning the enemies, I assume. Trying to lock them up. Maybe some old classics like Jarvan. Maybe even a Nivea. You know, trying to control the fight, get people on the equalizer.
We saw them play that wombo combo style, right, last game. So, I mean, what supports and what junglers do you think? Ooh, Riven matchup.
All right. My friends will be loving that one. All right, we get to see a Riven one trick in action.
Is he a one trick?
Not a one trick, but I did see some of it in the match history, so we'll just get to see if those mechanics come out, or if Rumble's just gonna take him to town. And you know,
I think it's pretty hard for Riven. I like empirically that matchup is very, very difficult because Rumble. I mean, to be fair, nothing really beats Rumble in lane. Rumble's real struggle is in the side lane in late game, but I think laning phase should probably be a Rumble stomper. I guess we'll see what happens. Affiliates comes through, yeah. But with the Rumble, what are we trying to pair? What do you reckon is Poo Crew?
I'm expecting a J4 or something, or maybe even a Vi just to lock someone up. You know,
just drop that equalizer on top.
Yeah. Or we could just see another carry jungle like Nefiri. You saw how effective Oak was last game.
Oh my goodness! Oh, how about both, bro? How about both?
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we're looking at some another alt wombo combo team here. I think is what we're expecting. Probably a nice mage to come out on top, but we could see some AD in there as well.
I think the Rel, right? Isn't Rel just insane here? You're playing Rumble, Kiana, Rel, and then you're just like looking at Kiana ults, equalizer on top of it, then Rel pulls them all in, and probably the other way around. It is in fact a mage. I've got the GOAT on my team right there. Ari locked in, and that's the one trick that was banned away in the second round last time. But unfortunately, Poo Crew they just got it through this game. So Yeapnation, unless this Riven is going to do some magic, I've got to say the draft is looking terrifying on the side of blue.
I'm expecting big things. Yeah, we got two very skilled high damage champions in the Aphelios and the Riven. So I think a lot of this game is coming down to comfort picks here. And it's like you know, the last game we saw, it was in a bit of a traditional back to front sort of team comp.
Whoa! Hello.
That is all right.
Okay.
Everything's out the window.
The interesting about that, it could go two places.
Yeah, definitely looking at more of a jungle pick. Gonna be tough for a Talon though into a Kiana. You know, so much of his gameplay is around walls, and then you've got Kiana, whose entire thing is to shut you down if you go on anywhere near it. So
yeah, it's really interesting actually. I think that matchup as well, if it is jungle, it's very common when we see in solo queue a lot of the time, and it's really volatile. So I mean, Yeapnation had a lot of struggle last game getting things rolling in the early game, and I think it was if that happens again this game, if you've picked Talon, you've picked Riven, you're kind of in real trouble if you fall behind in the early game again. So it's good to see that backing themselves. I like to see that as Corki ban comes through. Mordekaiser ban is that just a for fun ban? Are they spelling something? Because like, man, they've already picked a top laner. What's this Mordekaiser going?
That's a good question.
I don't think they're spelling anything. AIUM. That doesn't spell something. So I think Mordekaiser's just for fun.
That's gibberish.
I just don't like him. There's the Braum.
Alright, the Braum taken off the board.
I'm shocked not to see a Rel ban. I feel like that is just a slam dunk. Like, this Rel champion is looking me in the eyes and going, please pick me. And I'm like, I will, if I'm Poo Crew.
It just makes sense.
Wow, what are these top lane bans, man? Is it Riven mid?
Maybe. These guys have done more research than I have, I assume. And so, yeah, Zaheen, I mean, again, just taking out those champs that you just don't want to see. Maybe, I think Zaheen pretty good into Rumble just, you know, loves those long fights, and then if Rumble overheats, then that's a win. But obviously, we're expecting the Riven in the top lane. and hoping to see a lot of skirmishing. I'm expecting a bit of a fiesta this game, Splash.
I definitely gonna. I mean, we saw a Fiesta last game, man. We're gonna see Fiesta Maximus this game with the champs I've seen picked. As Diana's been hovered and locked in. That's a shout out to my sister if she's watching. Diana, great champion, as you can see, competitively viable as well. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, this is exciting. It's an exciting game. I'm floored by the bans, and I'm floored by the fact that I haven't seen Rel immediately slammed. I still expect to see it, because look at how damn squishy Yeapnation is. Also, that does confirm it's probably Talon mid, right? If you're picking...
I was thinking the same thing.
There's the Rel, thank God. My goodness gracious
Oh my
me.
God. Yeah, that's going to be really tough for a Talon to try and get anywhere in that team. And, you know, even just look for a pick.
Imagine they go MF. Imagine they go MF. Oh my God, go MF. One time.
It just writes itself, doesn't it?
Please, Misfortune. It'd be so crazy, because, again, like the ult Wombo combo, we saw it last game. Here we go. It's kind of a difficult comp to pilot, though, against that many assassins.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but it's also a great team to, you know, have a lot of peel with just Rel taking an easy line.
That's a bit weird, right? It's kind of different to the identity that they're... Like, that's not really very similar to the rest of the comp.
No, it's not, but, you know, with an MF, it's just such an easy, obvious target, and Tristana with a bit of easy self-peel with her ult. Any assassin that she wants out of there, she just gets to click the R button on, and then she gets to buy herself some time.
True, actually. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it looks like she's just going to be up from the back.
What in the solo queue is that comp? I mean, not to flame. What am I looking at?
Well, we needed a bit of AP, so the Diana comes out, maybe getting everybody into the thresh.
We got destroyed last game. Quickly, lock in 5 assassin champs that don't do anything together. Okay, done. Like, I mean, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. Maybe that's what Yeapnation does, bro. Maybe it's what they do. All right.
We're about to find out.
Well, we will hop in to a quick break now. Probably a bit shorter than last time. Well, definitely a bit shorter than last time as we get the game loaded up. When we see you again, we should be loaded in onto the Rift. It looks like a bit of a banger comp. Any last thoughts before we do this break here?
We're about to see what Yeapnation's made of, I think. That's,
Yep, we are. All right, see ya. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are now loading up the game, and currently is a black screen. That is normal. That's normal broadcasting. We should be seeing the loading screen any second now, when my PC catches up. But I'm really excited to get into this game. I don't know about you, man. I'm so excited for this game. We're gonna build the tension a little bit though, because I think this one is gonna build to a boil. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little bit slow, and then it's gonna get pretty damn crazy.
There's a lot of interesting skill matchups going on here. Fleeko on the Talon in the mid lane, the Diana jungle. Obviously, Diana extremely strong right now. Probably going to see another Dusk and Dawn. And we'll see how that combo pairs against the utter disgusting wombo combo comp that Huku's put together.
I think interesting to note as well, Talon, the highest solo kill champion in mid lane. And that is one of the closest matchups. Hold on a second. This looks like a little bit of shenanigans here. Q's going to land from Diana. W going to land from Talon. Flash from Qiyana is very early. I don't know how I feel about that because I don't think there was enough CC necessarily to finish off that trade. I don't know what you think about that, Flash, but personally, a bit icked out by it. I don't love it.
Just a bit cautious, you know. You never know what the Riven could have come out with. Maybe could have traded a Flash for Flash, and that's just being safe. Never get to see those level ones, but just acknowledging that they were looking for that Raptor vision and not wanting to give it away for free. So good job by them.
Yeah, fair enough. Just going to check out the top lane trading patterns here, just for a little bit here, see what the level one's like. Should be fairly favorable towards the Riven, as directed camera has just robbed me of my fun and taken me away from top lane, forced me to look at the hideous, horrendous bot lane. Interesting to note, one thing that good Rumble players will do, and I'm not saying that Lekka maybe isn't good, but he's not Korean, all right? We're not looking at Zeus on Rumble. The amazing, incredible Rumble players in Korea always stack their heat up before lane. You can see he's got empty heat right now. Now it's in the yellow. Before they come into lane, the really good Korean players always buy double glowing mote in base to stack their heat up so they can come into lane with those fully powered E's already. And you can see it would do a lot more damage as BPD is just able to get priority for free, get that two-wave crash off, although I think he screwed it up a little bit. Wave set's going to be a little bit awkward.
I'm tidbit about the glowing motes, so they undo it afterwards.
Yeah. You buy the glowing motes, you spam E, and you undo them to get heat up. You get like about 100 heat, and you can overheat on level 2, and you can really play for priority then. And you can see, if he did that, the lane would look completely different right now. Although I think he's in a pretty happy spot, because BPD screwed up the wave management, so.
Yeah, he's CSing well.
Yeah, like, look at the damage. My goodness, Rumble. Should hold
early game top lane.
Oh,
obviously one of the most interesting things that can happen, you know. It's either going to be, you know, quick levels or a bit of a flip. And,
oh my goodness,
just
look at the jungle, look at the jungle. Here comes Fleeko, he's trying to one-shot Oak. It's a run for the mid laner, he's down! No flash on Qiyana. Let's go red team. That is exactly what we needed to see.
Great read by Fleeko there, you know, and just taking advantage of that burn flash, and now he's got a blue buff to go with his extra gold.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're Jibby, by the way. I mean, I'm AFK in the game at that point if I'm mid. Like, what the hell did my jungler just do, bro? My lane is now completely unplayable. That's messed up.
He was just farming his jungle. He was just chilling. How was he supposed to know?
Yeah, what the hell, man? All right, Diana finishes full clear at 257. Quite interesting, as she's there right on Scuttle Crab spawn. Qiyana is so behind. Although she does have the smite, I don't think Oak is too plussed about this situation. A bit non-plussed.
No, just finishing the red there, and that's fine. Just an early gold lead. You know, we'll see a lot more roaming from Fleeko after that one, and probably watch them. If they can keep doing plays like that, maybe see them take over the game.
I hope so, man. I hope so. It's a very snowbally team, right? The Talon, if he gets online early, you can do some pretty nasty things. As we see Riven just going to put a little control ward down on the river. That's on the Phaelite too. What do you think about these Phaelites?
You know, I haven't really noticed them too much, but I guess it's a nice change from the scrying orbs. You know, I don't like seeing scrying orbs all the time, so
yeah.
You know.
Ooh. Opposite side ganks here from the jungle. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, Qiyana, not much you can do down there, but no jungle camps to take. Just looking for an opportunity, maybe, if the little fight does go down, and she's just going to go keep farming as Diana makes her way to her top side. So we'll see a bit more action here.
This invade is
great trade for Liga there.
Over's just going to hit the Gromp now. 1600. Qiyana's going to make it, though. Look at this fight. Here comes the EQ from Qiyana. Trading onto Over. Over does have flash. Qiyana doesn't. He smites the Grump away. Oak saying, get the hell out of my jungle, man. You're going to have to run into my Rumble if you want to get out of here. As the invade from Diana just goes belly up in the worst way possible. Oak back in the game. Talon a little bit late to the roam. No top priority, no mid priority, and that's what you get for being a little piggy.
Yeah, super unfortunate there for Over, but Qiyana, bit slippery, bit slippery. She does make it pretty hard to kill her when she can just sit in her.
It's a solo kill. Oh my goodness, it's a solo kill. That's not allowed. Oh no, that's not allowed. Poor guy.
Well, as you said, yeah, no, not the best matchup for Riven, but
what the hell is going on in the game, man? The directed camera is panning to people right as they're getting one tapped. It's very hard to keep track. I guess the Talon is just killing people that fast. What happens when you give one kill to Talon? Oak now dead again.
I'll just lock myself into the Fleeko camp because that's where the action's gonna be.
That's what you gotta do.
He's taken, he's seen that Oak's like said, I was like, I don't feel so bad anymore. And, there he is again.
Ooh, this might be a solo kill.
He's going in.
Never mind. It's just a little bit of a trade.
He's still got his flash. His ignite's just coming off of cooldown now.
Ari had ult
there. She did. But better not to risk it. She's got a chance to just stop Fleeko from CSing here.
Fair enough. See the dragon coming through. It's a little bit of a
There's everybody converging on the Thresh in the river. Yeah. Looking to get some drag control here.
I think he's in trouble. My goodness, Elvis just shooting the Qs at absolutely nobody, man. The Shattering Spear has just shattered my eyeballs. Please take it away. As Oak is now going to die because of it. The charm is good, but here comes Over. That's a good Q from Rel this time, but Flicko's here to clean it up. It's too slow, too sloppy, and they're punished.
Yeah, that unfortunate first Q, giving Thresh a bit more time to reposition and get his team there. And now they're going to get the drag.
Yeah, that's what you get, man. And it's actually looking pretty good for the nation here, no?
This is a lot more of what we wanted to see. Yeah. Not an absolute stomp, Pure mechanics, jungle tracking coming into this.
Yeah.
Oak not able to put as much pressure as he was on the map last game, but he's almost level 6, and so we'll see how that team comp comes into effect. And really, really tough here in the top lane for BPD. Just not really able to get in the wave because that's where Rumble thrives, Just able to, flame spitty you over the minions.
He's not quite looking crispy enough, is he? I think it's a tricky matchup to be sure. It's a bit of a trade here. That's a good Shattering Spear this time. It's a red white Aphelios though. Does have to flash away. The Tristana's fully stacked up bomb. Has the second leap. Take the jump, man. Tonka Twizzy W him. No.
Beautiful barrier there. From
it was a good barrier. Seconds. But if the Tristana had jumped on his head, he gets the kill and he can just jump out, man. No flash Aphelios. Unfortunate.
Yeah, he could have. No, unfortunate. He gets away with his life.
Yeah.
A bit of a lull here.
Yeah, a little bit of a lull.
Chibi making his way, trying to get some vision here. We might be looking at a dive in the top lane in a second.
Yeah, 3-men converging, isn't it? Resources available. They do have Ariel and they have Kiana ult, so I'm looking at a pretty dead Riven. In fact, I'm looking at a turbo dead Riven.
Over is hiding in the wings here, but it's not looking like he's going to be able to see this coming. Oh!
They're invading.
Well, you've got to go for your red here,
Here comes Oak, man. He's got the EQ. He has the ult. Now they spot him. Ari's here as well. The smite comes through. Over's going to seal it. Oak does not get the red buff, but it doesn't matter, man, because he's just one-shot his opposing jungler. Over dead in the flash of an eye. It's the second time there's been jungle on jungle violence in this game, and both times it's gone the way of the Kiana. Talon not there to pick up her slot this time. So here comes a fight on top side. Riven's used ultimate. Here it comes. Down goes the Riven. Uses the ultimate pretty early. Oak not able to get the kill. The equalizer are going to find no value. Lekka going to go down as well as Flicko comes in to clean it up. He's here. The cleanup crew. The Talon finishes it off. Flash over the wall. Not going to save you from Talon E unless you can run away this time. The Scuttle Crab going to be enough speed. Pretty messy fight overall, but it's gone quite well for the red side team.
Definitely. Still great for Fleeko. He's happy to take that gold, It's just, these next few fights are going to be really cool for him. As the
Flash Flay! There's no Ariel. They know there's no Ariel. This is quite nice. Rel is here to peel, though. Flicko, can he get the one-shot bleed's not going to quite be enough. Exhaust for fun. Yeah. Nothing going to come from that apart from Thresh losing Exhaust and Flash. Bit sad. Ari holds onto a Flash there, by the way. Big balls.
Huge cojones. Good on them. They're going to need that later. As we probably see a grub fight potentially, or no, it looks like Oak's just going to get him for free.
Yeah.
And good job by Oak here, definitely. Doing the best with what he had in the early game. I'm sure you would have seen a lot more plays from him if he hadn't had people living in his jungle. But he still manages to, do some invading and secure some objectives.
I'm curious as to how the mid lane matchup in a range versus melee got to the point where Talon was getting priority enough into Ari to just walk to enemy jungle. Like that, I feel like that in itself is kind of a problem there. Fleeko must be playing this to absolute perfection in the 1v1.
Just a good read. Takes Ari a little while to get that extra pushing power, and he just saw his window and took it.
Bot dive coming through here. Over did not show on vision, and now Elm is being jump scared. No flash on this rel, and he's going to walk into the red white Aphelios. Good E, good Q, but it's not going to matter. Elm goes down, and now the Tristana's next on the menu here. Tonka Twizzy knows he has to get the hell out of dodge, but Flicko has predicted it. Here comes the Talon. Flash all you might. You will die anyway. The bleed is enough. Yordle stomped thoroughly as the Assassin picks his 5th kill of the game.
Yeah, he is going to be having fun this game.
Uh-oh. A little bit more going on here. Thresh Lightning just going to be enough to get out to safety, and they're very late to this play here, I've got to say. Poo Crew, kind of living up to the name this game. In a sweet way. It's not like a
of course, yeah, no.
Endearing.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find out some ways to deal with this Talon. Gonna really need to read and track him well. Huh?
Can this guy miss a hook?
I haven't seen it.
He's gonna go again. I think he's back.
He wants more. He wants that vision, the vision war.
Check this guy's computer. Is he scripting? That's my question. Did he turn it on after game 1? I can imagine that. You know what I mean? They didn't call the
pause.
He
was on the Lulu duty last game, so now we get to see, as I said, we get to see some of these guys more comfort picks, and it's like we get to see what they're able to do when they're given a chance.
Here comes Dopamine. Bang! Top lane tower. Getting whacked. I love that new encrusting mechanic, bro. It's so satisfying to hit tower plates in this season.
Saves you a lot of time. We were having this conversation earlier about the home guards, and so with everybody getting back to lane so fast, you really only have a chance to get a few attacks in. So that's a nice change. I'll take the extra gold, please.
I'm really impressed that Ari hasn't been solo killed. Like, you got a 5-kill Talon in the mid lane right now.
And yeah, he had a really clean game last time. Yeah, I think I can't remember if he went deathless. It was damn close if he did.
4-man collapse on the bot side river here. It's dying to pull the trigger, but I don't think they know they're at a massive numbers disadvantage. Here comes the Kiana. Brilliant flash from Over to get out of there. Doesn't have ultimate to follow up, though, but he does land the Kiwi on Tristana. Takes the kill. Tristana goes down. Can they disengage? Flicko says no. Flicko says, I want more. Flicko says, I'm going to kill your rel. And he's going to do exactly that. As Ari tries to queue over the wall, the Thresh Hook actually has managed to go quite wide there. As I'm going to retract my scripting accusations and instead put forth a inting accusation on that Thresh Hook.
Well, that's good for the game. That's good for the game. That is not scripting, that is.
No. Yeah, definitely, yes. I would not like to see scripting in my OBL. That would be a thirst for the league, I'd say.
I don't even know how they'd afford it. Yeah. All right, 2 drags going over to the Yeapnation. It's much more competitive this game.
Yeah, they're feeling good, man. They gotta be feeling good. All right, it's a Chemtech Soul though, so feeling markedly less good. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Tonka Twizzy. He just wants blood, man. I've never seen this guy do anything but W in. He just wants violence. And he's going to get it. Wow, that's an aggressive ultimate. He does get the kill on Thresh. It's, in fact, a shutdown. I guess the hook's caught up to him. As he gives over 400.
Yeah, just in the wrong place at the wrong time. What can you do?
Yeah.
The dragon was already secured. We were just, having some vision war. Talon already finished his quest. You can see he's got the level 3 boots now. Iron's still a little while behind.
This top lane is looking pretty juicy.
Yeah, BPD pretty low, but, he's going to have some secure potential.
This is a fight and a half. Flicko goes into the invisibility. Kiana does manage the ult enemy, but Diana's just going to one-shot. A great equalizer comes through from Lekka. 856 gold onto the Rumble. Riven flashes forward. Can she get the damage? He's going to get the plant to heal it, but Diana lands the Q just as he's about to stay alive. He is crushed into the dirt as Thresh comes forward to peel the team. Misses everyone with everything. Let's pretend he didn't do that. Bit disgusting there.
It was close.
It was close. Good try. But it's a 2 for 2. Definitely favors blue team here, though. Whoa!
Oh, nice backstep. Great backstep.
A little bit of fancy footwork. I take back all of my flame on LTM. Well played.
No, he's scripting.
Yeah, back to scripting. Look at the ping. His ping was spiking too. Uh-oh. Oh, BPD. We didn't do that, man. Okay, at least Ari altered. Bit greedy there from BPD to try to shove that wave. You knew they were topside, but it's okay. It's okay. Definitely a fine situation.
I've been doing the same thing.
Take a look at the gold now, though. Look at how much equalized just then.
Yeah, they've clawed it back. They did a good job of getting the Flicko shut down. They locked him down even while he was in the ult. Rel had a beautiful Q there, and then the equalizer while he was in Viz as well. So Flicko goes down. But Over coming in, getting a few kills, spreading the gold around.
Look at that first item on Diana as well.
They've locked him down. They know he's walking down bot. He's definitely looking for something on Tonka here.
He's actually in a bit of trouble if they do collapse on him. I think Talon is a bit too slippery here as Riven. Ooh, I hate that. Riven just TP'd top. Now, the reason I hate that is you get 1 teleport every 7 minutes. So her teleport is not up for Baron. You're, in fact, if you play Ignite top, you're not allowed to use teleport until Baron or Dragon. That's simply how it works. People think it's really good. Unfortunately, teleport's still pretty good. You need to run it if you're going to try and teleport more than once. Like, you can't be TPing back to lane if you're playing Ignite top.
Yeah, it's true. Unless you got a lot of kill pressure, or you're going to be able to shove that wave in.
There's exceptions, obviously, yeah.
We went to a Dragon for a little while. I think PPD just saying out loud, like, I'm not going to be there. I'll be in lane.
Yeah.
I got minions to farm.
Oh, no. Kiana pinging top wave. This Riven's looking to go in here. Kiana on a great timer here.
Unfortunate timing,
The caution pings are coming through, but Riven just all-ins anyway, and that's going to be a free kill, as looks like bot is going to be traded at the same time. Flash comes through. Have they played the weak side a little bit better? Flico says no. Flico says, Tonka Twizzy, you are going to die. And he's not! Flico was wrong! The first time Flico's lied to me all game. And it's in a crucial moment. They're losing the Herald, they lost a top kill, and they trade nothing on the bot side.
They will get this tower. It's a nice consolation prize, I guess, but they were hoping for a little bit more. 2 kills, just barely getting away, but a couple flash timers that they'll be able to track if they're paying attention. Who ended up getting that Herald?
Okay, now this game state is looking a little bit more equal, a little bit more even than what we were seeing last game. This is the type of League of Legends we want to see. I've got to say...
Interesting Herald without the numbers.
Yeah, and not really a great timer for it as well. Gonna use it to charge into the Thresh, knock him up. I think Thresh will die here. Although it's a great play. What a dodge from Oak there. And it's gonna be a great one-shot there from Jimmy. What a beautiful play from the mid-jungle duos. There's a solo kill on bot lane. Vos has just killed someone 400 LP above his pay grade. That's pretty impressive right there, as Oak looking to get a little bit more done on mid lane. But bot is hemorrhaging gold. Look at the money they're losing down there.
It's a real shame. But still not a bad game.
Oh no, Vos.
That's bad timing.
Vos, you did so well, man. Unless you can one-shot Kiana.
Yeah.
Is Aphelios balanced?
Oh!
I'm pretty sure Aphelios is not balanced, in fact.
I've come to appreciate the champion more since his release, when he put me to tears, because I had no idea what he did.
Yeah, the old Inferno ults, yeah.
yeah.
I remember those. Those clips of people pressing one button and getting pentakills. So, Is Flicker in trouble? He's never in trouble, man.
Nah. He's got his Thresh to back him up, and just keeping the lantern on for safety duty. The ejection button.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a while to the next dragon. Thresh just throwing out blind hooks. Maybe he's map hacking, because that was pretty close to the rel. I don't wanna throw accusations out. There's a lot of accusations on LTM this game. But potentially
we can speculate.
Yeah, that's my job. Every good caster always accuses the players of cheating. That's a common trait.
It's the only way it makes sense.
You hear them do it all the time. It's
yeah.
Dragon actually maybe going after the losing. This is good. That's the first one they've secured.
Yeah, they managed to claw some stuff back. BPD getting in a bit of trouble. Needs that cannon.
Look at Flicker. Look at Flicker. Oh my god. BPD's just getting one taps, by the way. Uh-oh. Whoa! Flicker's just come blasting over and said hi and then ran away. That is rat behavior.
He has got his second item. I'm not sure if Rumble's the target for him, just with the way the wave is pushed in. But, always worth a shot anyway. Maybe if Liko had overextended a little bit, but he's just playing it safe. He's farming up.
Speaking of overextended, the Ahri does have ultimate here, but it'd be a bit of a shame if she had to force it out. I think she will not, in fact, but... Okay, no, she has to. The Thresh Hook is a little bit too threatening. Doesn't trust the footwork to sidestep, but fair enough. Vos' damage also quite high in that situation. Has got the Storm Razor. He's building towards that Infinity Edge. And so, scary situation here for the blue side team. You just lost Ariel. Yeah,
well, we may not see too many fights for a little while, but as you said, she was overextended. Vos again, he was overextended as well before. Didn't know that he was standing on a ward when Kiana came to town. So that's his only death.
A lot of pings on top side here. Look at the Diana. Diana and Kiana converging on the situation. We know that Diana is significantly stronger than 1v1. She's going to try and prove that right now as Kiana ultimate goes through. Equalizer not going to find much value as the flash forward trying to finish off the kill, but Oak has the fancy footwork of a generation. He doesn't buy enough time because Flicko's here. Here comes the cavalry, and the cavalry has a big blade, and he's just going to cut you with it, man. Which, it's not really what the cavalry does, to be honest. Not the best analogy in history. They more have lances, those guys. Talon doesn't really have a lance. But I mean, he cut them. That's what he did.
I'm not a historical man.
Maybe they did. Maybe they did have big blades and cut people. Is the bot tower going to bleed here? It's a trade up off the top.
No. We'll see the game slow down a little bit, but they finally got the Rumble, who I believe had a bit of a shutdown there.
He in fact did, yeah.
Yeah. Well played by Over, getting off the Equalizer, biding his time.
What do you think about this Rumble build?
Let's take a look.
Actually, hold that thought because Ari's just dead here. This is courtesy of the ult we saw. Actually, she gets it back just in time, and it doesn't matter because Talon. Yeah, that's what he does, man. That's just a day's work for him. We're lauding this guy for not getting solo killed, and then unfortunately he clicked on a bot wave, and Talon went, "No, you can't do that. Yeah, that's not allowed."
Yeah. Well, that's the first time we've seen Flico really get his hands on Jibby. It's the first death, committed for the tower. We should see a few more of the red side. Well, they want to get this gold back. They know that they only have a couple good fights, and so I'm just trying to claw as much of it back so they can get their big wombo combo off. And they're going to try and look at these other towers now, mid and top, seeing as though they do have so little health left.
I think that's the thing to point out in this game, right? You're talking about, like, there's a lot of picks. Been a very messy game so far. Obviously 24 kills in 20 minutes. It's not something you see too often in professional play.
It's the OPL, baby.
Exactly.
OPL.
Right. Well, that's what we do here, man. We do kills. But nothing really matters until the big team fights. And we haven't seen Third Dragon. And we haven't seen a Baron Nashor fight. And the game is still fairly evenly poised. It's like a 1k gold lead, but, there's a fair amount of gold on Ari. There's a lot of gold on Rumble. It's pretty close, as long as Oak doesn't get picked and give Baron here. And he's not going to let himself do that. He's just going to ult the diner away, I think. In fact, he's going to definitely get picked. As the Talon gets interrupted mid-dash, he flashes forward, uses the ultimate. Ari has to ult as well. It's going to have to be a mad dash out here for the blue side team, unless they can find something. Elm getting dragged back in to his doom by the Thresh. Vos going to pick up the kill. Looks like everybody else going to get out, unless Tonka T. He's overstepped a little bit, forced to flash away. It's a bit embarrassing. Ari does not have ultimate, so she can't really play this unless she finds a charm. Trying to pick Aphelios. He's mispositioned. He's overstepped. The equalizer is horrendously bad, but it doesn't matter because Lika is so strong by himself. The Flame Spitter getting dragged into his teammate. It's a cooking fire. Helped out by the Thresh. The Rumble saying, thank you very much. Diana getting burnt to a crisp, and no one's going to get Baron. Still not that impactful of a team fight, but if you look at the map, blue team's bleeding.
It was great follow-up by all of Red Team to, continue those kills over, going hella deep, but still, 2 kills, Diana and Tristana, and they were just trying to, create a window for them to be able to get a Baron, but Lika coming in with full health and the whole house, and getting, managed to get something back.
Yeah, and for Pukru here, I mean, it's looking a bit grim, to be honest. I think fights like that are too uncoordinated for your comp to work.
I agree.
Looks
like we'll have a dragon.
A little bit more. Flicker's actually overstepped here, but he does have the Banshee Veil. Thank God for that Edge of Night. That Ari charm hit him smack bang in the face. Unfortunately, he doesn't have another one, as now Oak smells blood in the water. Literally, because they're in the river, guys. This is the type of casting you get at the OBL.
Something's happening here.
He's walking in.
Might have TP, but they may just give this dragon with Riven in the top lane, getting maybe another tower.
I like this trade a lot, actually, if they do that. Like, it's just 675 gold on Riven, right? This is a fight you can lose. It's all 5 members of the blue team. Pukru probably want this fight. You see, Over wants to find a way to steal the dragon. Here comes the teleport. Charm does miss. The Kiana ult's landed too. The wombo combo. Cooks 2 as Riven flashes in. She's found a massive engage. But will she die? She's in the backline by herself. Flicko backs her up. Now they're chasing them down. It's 2 members left. BPD, he wants blood. Rel gonna go down. Ari has to ult away, but Aphelios gonna chase her down. He has red white. Nothing going to save the remaining members of the Poo crew. Poo crew being reduced to a single Poo unit? I'm going to remove that analogy and just pretend I didn't say it. As now the dragon going to go down. 7,000 HP left on the dragon. 3 members alive for the nation.
Really well played by Yeapnation. Great TP from the Riven and a super strong engage. Talon just waiting over the wall. Finally comes in. Cleans them up. And then, now they finally get this 3rd dragon. I thought they were just going to give it, but really well played.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. You see, I also get the mid tower here. Look at the Talon, right? You doesn't get the whole thing, but it doesn't really... There's no big difference between getting the whole thing and getting 4 plates, right, in terms of gold. Flicko is very happy with that. Look what he's doing.
No reason to overstay, but he almost gets caught on that scrying orb there.
This little rat wants a kill, doesn't he? He's going to try and sniff out Oak. Oak, don't walk up there. No, Oak. That's not a very safe push. Ah! Save Oak. Is he going to die? Or is this inting? No, okay, yeah. How about Oak? Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Great play.
A really good play, yeah. LTM might be in trouble, has to flash away. Pays for Flicko's sins with his own flash. Although Flicko's sin was to commit murder on Oak, and I think that's a pretty worthwhile trade given Baron's up.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Great thing about that Thresh combo with the Lantern is that, if Talon's used that wall, then he just gets his second, it's already tough enough to get the Talon, lockdown, but the Lantern just coming in clutch, and he secures the kill. OK, having a hard time this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky spot to be in for sure. I think if enemy mid's getting that much prio, it's quite hard to play. He's doing the best that he can in the team fights, but he is 2-8. And I think that's important to point out. Like, he's having a really, really, really tough game. Look at the items, though. He's 3 items. So if you just look at the scoreboard, maybe he's not looking that good. But in terms of items and teamfight impact, he's playing all right.
No. Has been a really tough game for him. Really, really smart of Yeap to, start targeting him after last game. And, the Kiana pick, always volatile in the jungle, but fortunately you always have that ult to fall back on if you're not completely fed. So, just a great utility pick for the Rumble, who is kind of the focus of the Poo crew at the moment.
Oh, speaking
finding
of,
some good spots.
They're trying to kill him right now. BPD running him down. Not doing very much damage to him at all. The Equalizer is pretty good. A brilliant Zhonya's as well. The Kiana ultimate is absolutely disgustingly bad. But it doesn't really matter as Ari comes through. The Aphelios are only going to land on one. Riven getting chased down now. Ari wants the reset. She's not going to get it yet. As the Sundered Sky is going to heal Riven up a little bit. Not enough. Ari takes the kill. And now it's 2 shutdowns going over to the crew.
Yeah, that's huge. And even a Baron window potentially here.
Bit tricky.
Red team going to try and look for their pick. Or just go back to farming.
Yeah, I think it's the only play you can do right now. Obviously, get the shutdowns. You can force on mid-wave. Maybe they could actually try the Baron, actually. Got 17 seconds. You're not wrong.
Could be a little too late. Which, no problem with that. We'll take 2 shutdowns for the Poo crew. As you said, great Zhonya's by Liko, just being able to draw out enough time for the rest of the team to back him up. And I swear to God, dude, flame spit up sometimes hella backwards. I swear to God, he was running away from Riven that whole time. But Riven was still half health before Liko was even... No, a little bit. Anyway.
There goes the mid-tier 1. It's finally a little bit of control back in the game here. For the crew.
I just want to get these outers. These outer towers. Top one, so close to falling.
Look at the river control, though. Like, this is pretty hard to walk into. Particularly against the type of team comp that the crew have, right? Because it's so pick-centric. They can catch you off really, really easily. If you get hit by one good Kiana ult into one good Rumble ult, I mean, the game's just over, right? It's so hard to retake River here, although they are going to give control to try and play for this top tier 1. And in the meantime, sacrifice their ADC on mid? Not quite. They're going to sacrifice the mid tower.
Very close to Tonka. Got out of there right on time.
Mid tower goes down.
Spreading the gold around, yeah.
Yeah.
Playing mid tower. Tonka got some serious farming to do. Has almost got his 3rd item.
Yeah. Vision on Baron going to get cleared out now, and the river control pretty firmly in the hands of the nation. Is Ari ultimately going to be forced out here? I'm not too concerned for Jibby. It is pretty bad to lose Ari ult, but they did trade off the Riven ult, so that's probably worth, given how fast Ari ult come back, and they're going to try and look for a 3v3 with the 2 members down. Here comes the Rumble ultimate. It's brilliant. What a good fight timer for the Poo crew. They find the angle when the Talon's on bot side, and they force the fight with the Kiana ultimate. That's what I'm saying. He's 2-8, but it doesn't matter. He can find these beautiful angles, and that's almost game winning. Unfortunately, he did die, so you can't go Baron.
Yeah, that is really bad timing, Great idea to go for the Ari, but she is so slippery, and she still has flash, but Flico, he's maybe thinking about it.
I think they're just going to drop mid tower, right? This is hard to hold.
What's he scheming?
Isn't he just dove here? Can't the Rel just kill him? Okay, my bad. My Rel kills you there. But Elm, to be fair, maybe Elm wants to hold his flash for a more important fight. I can understand that. If you want to hold your flash for like a Baron fight or something, I was thinking Rel can just Q flash W, your Tristani W's in, that Aphelios is just turbo dead on my screen.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fair to hold flash.
Dragon coming up soon.
Yeah, fair.
Not the full focus of the Yeapnation. The Aphelios doing some great damage from the backline, and Flico as well. Trying to be pretty, what is it, evasive. But Diana is a serious problem. She is so strong right now, just in general.
Late to the river here, aren't they? Trying to walk in, trying to force their way in here. They do have all of the crucial ultimates that you might need. Riven ult is back as well, so this fight is fully reset to what it used to be. All the summoners back that you really like. The ADC sums on both teams are up. Flico, crucially, is missing the flash, so he might not be able to access that Tristana, that juicy Tristana. Look at him, he's going on the flank here. Riven and Talon both finding the flank. Look at the collapse in the river here. All 5 members are being flushed in like rats. As you see the Diana on the top side of the river, the Talon and the Riven on the bot side. They're over the Dragon Pit. They have no idea, the Poo crew. They don't know anything about what's about to happened to them? They've walked right into the jaws of this trap. There's no angle for them. Can they find the fight, though? It still is the emphasis on the Yeapnation. Talon split off as Riven's going to do bot wave, and it looks like nothing's going to break out yet until Oak starts hitting the dragon. Now comes the fight. Oak hitting the dragon. 6,000 HP, 4,000 HP. The timer's actually, they're running out of time to force the engage here. BPD, he can't find the angle, and they're just going to walk out. Now they've found the angle on Diana. The flank has fallen to bits, though, as down goes Oak. Now the flank cashes in. Vos forcing on the front line as no clean engage has been found by the blue side team. They're getting wiped. They're getting cleaned up. They've been out-positioned, out-foxed, and absolutely destroyed inside of the river. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I think is going to be the game end for Yeapnation.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, no, that looks like it'll be it. 40 seconds on the clock. I've made this mistake a few times, but this looks like a pretty sure thing. Don't go, Baron. We can end the game, guys.
Just click the Nexus here. That is game over, man. That's crazy.
Awesome game by Yeapnation.
What'd you think of that fight?
I was a little bit worried. I thought they'd seen Talon on the ward, and then it was looking pretty dicey for Over, but they managed to clean it together.
Yeah.
It was a great pincer maneuver.
Here goes the Nexus, the flash forward from LTM. He does land the hook. Just reminiscent of, hold on a second, please end the game. Thank you very much. That was scaring me for a second. I know these OCD players too well. GG, we're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. That is incredible. No one thought they could do it. Yeapnation take a game off the Poo crew. Any last thoughts before we go to this quick 5-minute break and then come back with game 3?
It's always great to see game 3 came out. I'm very happy for Yeapnation. Just to give us a bit of a sweat. We'll come back to you with that very soon.
See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm going to be talking a little bit more quietly in the lead up to this game because I think I need to rest my voice because we might have a bit of a banger coming up. I don't want to like precursor anything that I haven't seen yet, but I've seen game 1 and I've seen 2. And I'm thinking game 3 might be a little bit crazy. I don't know if I'm going out on a limb here. What do you think? What do you think? How are you feeling about game 3?
I think we learned a lot from that first game, and Yeapnation definitely saw where they needed to focus their efforts. They put a lot more pressure on Oak to not be able to do everything that he wanted to be able to, and they found their windows, they got their lead, and they played it really well. And so I'm excited to see what sort of draft they come up with this game.
And I think it is crucial as well. You highlight how they put pressure on Oak. That was the big difference maker in my eyes. Again, I think game 1, Oak got a champ he really likes to play, got a very comfortable draft to play that champion, was given a lot of space in the game to make plays work. In game 2, you saw Flicko intensity on punishing Oak every time he made any misplay. And every time Oak was in his jungle, he's getting pressured. There's wards on him, they're spotting him out, they're making him sweat to make any plays happen in the game, and you can see it in the scoreline. He went 2-9 in the end.
Pretty even KP, he did have, he always had that ult to fall back on, which was, they definitely kept him in the game until the end there, but just Flico and BPD as well, coming in with a great team fight at the end. They played their comp well. And Vos in the backline just doing a crap ton of damage. They're beautiful pincer play. So I don't have too much to say until I get to see some champions, but I'm excited to see how they play this one.
We might have a bit of trouble. I've just heard that there seems to be more smoke and more fire at the ADC's house of Yeapnation. Mm-hmm. So we send our prayers. We hope very, very dearly that guy's okay, because that's a pretty scary situation. So
yeah, no, definitely. Well, he needs to stop cooking on the Rift then. He's fanning the flames.
Yeah,
the way
he's got to stop cooking on the Rift, yeah. We'll see how that goes. I think I might go to a quick break until we get this situation sorted out.
Quite a unique situation.
I'm getting live updates. I'm so sorry to leave you guys again so soon. We will start the draft. I promise you we'll start the draft, or we will tell you what's going on. But I'm still getting live updates, so we'll be back in about 3 minutes when I know for sure what's going to happen. Until then, enjoy the AFK screen. It's quite. I worked very hard on it. I think it looks quite pretty, if I think so. So. Sorry if I do say so myself. That's what I meant to say.
Time for some smooth jabs.
Yes, I could arrange that. Should I try that? We can arrange some smooth jabs. Yeah. Let's try that. Okay, bye-bye. Bye now. Hi! Oh my god, I just hot mic'd. Hi everybody, welcome. I'm back. I clicked on that too fast. Welcome back. You can see I was reading the chat. I can see that there's a lot of Yeapnation fans in chat, man. There's a lot of fans. I'm also a fan of Yeapnation. I'm here for them. I'm particularly a fan of Vos, who, despite having thrown up, I don't know if he's okay with me saying this, so I'll say it. Despite having thrown up from the smoke that is in his house due to the fires, is about to play a game of League of Legends for his team anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, that is dedication. That is unbelievable dedication. And I respect that so much. Yeapnation, you have my heart. You have the heart of the people. Can you execute it? That is what we're thinking in this game. I'm so excited for this. How are you feeling to see the Sivir first pick?
You can't write a better story than that. Sivir coming out for the Yeapnation on the blue side. That's our guy. That's our man. He's
me right
fighting. He's literally fighting through the fire and the flames to fucking get this game going. Yeah, pretty similar bands that we've seen. There's the MF. I think we know something.
They might be picking, and I'm going out on a limb here. It could be another ultimate wombo combo comp from Poo Crew. I'm just gonna put it out in the world.
Yeah, just definitely getting the the bot lane picks out of the way. But, there he is. That's my guy.
What a lovely big man.
You know, Braum is extremely strong right now. I'd love to see a bit of a comp built around this, to apply as many
please. Please, one time with cherries on top, please don't put it jungle. If you put it jungle, all of my love for Yeapnation it's going to Poo Crew, frankly. If that's jungle, you guys lost me, all right? Splash is on the other team. That's what's going to happen. So if that goes top, well, I'll be happy.
Real Yeapnations don't just turn on a dime like that.
Exactly.
That's all I'll say.
You wouldn't just.
No, I'm saying you.
Oh, wait, you're blaming me. I'm getting flamed here. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
Mate,
it's a ride or die.
Some things we don't accept here. Can you imagine? What if they pick a Vayne top, for example? You ride or dying in that situation?
I played the fifth on that one, actually.
That's what I thought. Fake Yeapnation fans. Come on, man. We don't exist. We all love Yeapnation. All right, Rise locked in here. Take a look at the comps here. So, I'd like to say, we did see Rise banned in both the other games. And now Poo Crew's got their grubby little poo hands on it. I'm sorry for that analogy again. I hope you're not eating, people who are watching this. But to be fair, it is on Poo Crew for naming themselves that. I would say that I'm the victim in this situation. But yeah, Rise has been locked in the game.
Yeah, well, we know what to expect from this. If the game goes too long, then he's just going to be absolutely unleashed and just going to be able to delete anyone in about 3 seconds flat with an actualizer pickup. But
I'd love to see that.
It's just a great live read of the patch that we've got right now.
Okay, the bans,
pretty new to the game, so.
I'm sorry to jump in, but I'm super excited about this Yeapnation pick because the bans are telling me that's Zehen top for sure. Because they've just banned Jax, which is a crazy good counter pick in his Zehen, and they've banned Renekton. They've picked Zehen on 3, and they've given him 2 protect bans. The problem is, if Poo Crew picks range top, this Zehen champ is unfortunately useless. So let's see if they know that. That could be. It's very common to see like a Gnar in the situation. There's Echo jungle getting locked in. Another carry jungle. Not shying down after last game's performance.
Well, we'll be expected to see that. Should see a lot of movement out of Oak getting around the map, trying to gain some gold, and then probably try and run away with it. Another great, he's got his escape tools. He's got his ult. We're seeing a lot of that with Oak's champ pool. So, be silly to take them away from him because he's just got so many. But if I see an Echo jungle, I think I want to pick a lot of hard CC that can stop him from being able to
by the way, that brand.
Pop the ult button. I think you're right.
Because we've seen it banned away before when the jungle has already been picked. So I think the brand mid is a comfort pick of Yeapnation. So they're kind of pulling out all the stops here. I gotta say I rate it. Man. I think it's a little bit on the nose and to be picking brand when your ADC is victim of Housefire at the moment. Maybe I don't want to put it out there. I hope that it doesn't cause more smoke inhalation to be having brand W's going off. And oh my god, they're testing me. They're testing me with the Sambessa jungle. They're testing me.
Yeah. She's pretty good, I suppose. She's got the what is it? The randomly selected ult button. Just pick your carry. Boy. But honest to God, you really couldn't imagine a better pick into an MF because she just has to stand there and take it, unless she's just predicting it and just one away from all right.
Pog. All right. Mundo top. Hello, my friend. Okay. Push.
Could used a little bit more health, and now they've got it. So
I'm here for that, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about the side lanes in this game?
Well, I was going to ask you the same thing. As a top player, how is the Zaheen matchup into a Mundo? I guess you just get to do a lot
Okay,
of
yeah, I can tell you
stacking on
about
your
this actually.
passive.
So, a couple things. This is a matchup for Zehen. Zehen is one of those champs that loves to have a very chill lane. He likes to just chill. He's not great at forcing. He's not great at doing stuff. Hold on.
That's me.
I'll keep talking to you about this. Go.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm just making sure that the lobby's all set up. We're gonna get in the game. I will in view. Oh my god, wait, hold on.
My mistake. That was...
I have griefed. Let me. Oh god. Wait. Oh my god. Stop. Oh my god. I've got guys. I've done something really bad. People in stream. This is essentially I've started the game without my observer in the game, which is
sorry. Just stream
pretty
in
bad.
Discord.
Just stream it.
That's whatever. Yeah, that's whatever.
Never mind. It's okay. Never mind. It's okay. Okay, I'll stream it in Discord. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here.
Crazy.
All right, nice. We're chilling. Fixed. Thank you. Okay, I'll get back to what I was saying. Zehen vs Mundo. The reason it's good is because Zehen is a champ whose identity is to chill the hell out in lane. He just wants to do nothing. He wants to farm up to his Infinity Edge. Sorry, not Infinity Edge. His Triforce. And he wants to blast tower plates. And guess what? Dr. Mundo, he does the same thing. The interesting thing is that Dr. Mundo is probably a bit happier than Zehen is in a passive game state, but Zehen is a little bit better at killing Dr. Mundo's tower in the early game. So Zehen can get his top lane quest online a little bit faster. They're both going to be happy in the game state. They're both going to be chilling. Both of them going to end up very strong. The question is, can Zehen get his grips on the game, force his impact early in the game when he's stronger than Mundo? Or is he not going to be able to do enough? And is Mundo going to just overrun him with the late game power that we all know the push monster brings? And we will quickly change the stream to my in-game. There we go. That should be all good. Checking the stream. Should be lovely. As there it is. And it's in fact Zehen jungle. So unfortunately, I'm now ride or die for Pukru and completely against everything that Yeapnation does. I still am in solidarity with my man Vos. I think what Vos is doing is ridiculously impressive and very brave, to be honest. And hats off to him. But the rest of his team, I'm here to see Pukru absolutely annihilate because they've just picked Zehen jungle, and that is a complete. It's just trashing everything I love and hold dear.
You asked me, just the champ itself is a bit of a crime against nature, but that's all right.
Here we go, man. Here we go.
We are underway.
All right. Let's see if there's
This
any early game
is the
shenanigans.
decider.
Yeah, the decider, man. Are you expecting any early game shenanigans this game?
I can't see too many of these champs going for anything too risky. Maybe the Nautilus can find something if he's in the right place at the right time. We see them moving towards the Raptors again, looking for a ward. Tonka.
Yeah, what's he up to, mate? You might
he's
be in a bit of trouble here. It is a brawl, so you should be okay. The only thing Braum can really do is, give you a big hug. It's kind of tricky for him to get on top of you. He can.
They have managed to. My head snuck into that bush, but it seems like they've got a good read on it.
As we see in mid lane, nice and chilled. W going to go wide there from Flicker. I'm interested to see what this brand looks like. Obviously, we know Ryze. There's no questions about whether Ryze is good or not. All right, we know Ryze is pretty good, but brand mid. That's definitely a Flicker pocket pick. Are you expecting anything from that?
It's starting to come together to me now, actually, because I'm looking at the brand and I'm seeing, just like one combo come out and it's just going to be able to do an insane amount of damage to the whole team if it bounces correctly. And then also the Sivir in the back just being able to pump and her boomerangs bouncing. And so that's going to be a lot of damage coming from the back line while you've got a Zaheen and an Mbessa just running amok in the front. So it's a nice comp. I like the way it's come together.
Nice cleaver there from Lekka. Just going to find the Mbessa mid dash. It's always pretty brutal when that happens. Very interested. The rune choice from Ambessa here. He's gone Conqueror against the Mundo. I play a lot of Ambessa myself, and not to judge, but I think Conqueror versus Mundo is pretty interesting because it signals to me you want to be trying to kill him, that's pretty scary. That's a pretty aggressive way to play. Mundo is quite hard to kill, so we'll see if he's able to do it. The more consistent plays usually just go Grasp and take Demolish and break his tower and don't interact, but BPD, he backs himself, and I rate that.
Well, he is going to get those extended trades, and Mundo is a little bit. He's probably most vulnerable in the early stages of the game.
Definitely.
So, yeah, we'll just see if PPD is able to capitalize on that. But otherwise, like Conqueror for the late game, he's going to want that extra healing. They're going to be long fights, I think, unless.
Oh, there will be. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
The Rise likes his extended fights. Mundo obviously likes his extended fights. Nautilus MF a little bit more bursty, but at the same time, MF, she can participate in these longer fights.
Sure.
So I think the Conqueror are going to make some sense on Ambassador. It does add a little bit to your lethality in the late game, makes you a little bit stronger. But definitely a bit of an interesting choice. It's interesting to see if it works. Flicko's taking an amazing trade here. Jimmy just forced to flash away, but Flicko has flash of his own flash auto. He doesn't do it, just the burn does it. That's amazing. The brand mid is just incredible.
Yeah, awesome trade there from Flico. Just, doesn't need a pop flash. No, it just gets, he gets away with murder, honestly.
Oh. Let's pretend we didn't see that Brom Q. I'm just gonna go. Is that where's that Matrix thing? Matrix, Men in Black, the little memory eraser. Yeah. I need that. I'm gonna pretend that I've never seen a Brom Q from this guy. All right, as you see, Mundo gonna get the free bounce out. That is pretty illegal. I'm not gonna lie in this matchup.
Oh my god, he hits all the Brom Qs. Have you seen this guy?
Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, Mundo. Oh, his wave's actually frozen here. He didn't quite push it fast enough. Pretty interesting situation. Should be.
Notice the echo on the bot lane here.
Oh yeah.
Position
Right behind him, might have a W. Both
I'm
flashes
looking,
are up
he's
for the
looking.
bot laners. He's going to force this gank now. I'm going to move my camera down here. Now we see Oak lands the W, only stuns the Braum though, as the Nautilus going to land the EMF, but the peel from Braum is really good. Ignite comes through, barrier to counter the Ignite. Flash force out from Oak. Only barrier used by Vos, who, despite the fact he's breathing in smoke, is ballsy as hell. No flash there.
Great Braum wall from LTM. Just, min-maxed to perfection. Vos gets away.
Really Whoa, that was not so great movement from him. He's get hooks up. Gonna W to the minion to safety. Tonka gonna take a tower shot, but LTM definitely has to reset. I'm kind of interested to see.
Sometimes he's gonna take
the L. Safe. The flash forward from Tonka, auto Q, and that's a bit greedy there from LTM. He's played it so well, but he's ruined it right at the end.
He was feeling himself. I was feeling it. I was, but sometimes you just gotta walk away. Anyway, the flash used by Tonka, so.
Yeah, that is good. There is no MF flash now. So Over going to be looking at that with his eyes and be going, that's pretty exciting. I want to get on bot lane. That's fair enough.
How is Zaheen's gank potential? Because I know he's got that pull, but do you have to do something else to get that, or is that just a
You're pretty flash reliant, I would say. Zaheen needs his flash in order to pull off a gank. Because what he likes to do, he's got two things. He can flash EQ you and knock you up, or he can W flash you and pull you back. Otherwise, he's not really closing the gap on you. He's pretty tricky chap at chasing people down. He's more of a let them come to me. That's why he's been interesting in jungle, but he's good at full clearing. So he's very consistent champion in jungle. That's why people pick him. So we're going to take a look at this bot lane wave set. Look at that. That's impossible to play.
Yeah, that's not good. We're on the mid lane.
Yeah, he's just having a look, and Mundo is taking plates in this matchup. He might actually die here. The Ambassador ultimate goes through public execution, just publicly embarrassed himself. Unfortunately, Mundo passive just stops that. And so, Mundo ultimate trade for Ambassador ultimate trade is probably good for the Ambassador, I would say. A little bit more.
I agree.
Echo's back bot, and Zahen's here for the counter game.
Let's move it into that bot push, trying to be unseen. They are hoping they kind of go a bit heavy on this gank. But Echo looks like he's walking away, so not much action going to be seen here. Just a little bit of wasted time.
Yeah. Hextech Drake is up first. That's a very high value Drake. You definitely want that one. And look at this reset from Over. I don't think they know where he is. Have they seen him? Oh, no, I'm going to move my camera back down here. Directed camera, stop trolling me. I don't want to look at top lane trading right now. I want to see what this cheeky little Zahen player is about to do to this Nautilus. Press your W button, man. Oh my god, he wants his tempo. Look at this greedy jungle player.
Just sitting there with a poker face like, please don't engage on this.
Amazing.
Oh, sorry, I'm busy with something else on my second monitor. Don't engage. And, yep. Elman Tonka not taking the bait there.
The patience from Over right now, that was really, really cool. He prioritizes his tempo over forcing a gank that was unlikely to work. That's a sign of someone who is pretty locked in on the game. I really rate that play right there. I know he's playing Zahen jungle, but so far, liking what I'm seeing. He's got the team out first item, smites the blue. Not level 6 first. The Echo is level 6, and he's on top lane here. Take a look at this. Heavy trading on top.
Does deny that cannon.
Oh my goodness, speaking of heavy trading, level 4 Braum is just getting bullet time to the face. Down he goes, a 2v2 kill. Wait, how is the level difference this bad in bot lane? What the hell has happened down here?
I think that poorly timed walk from Braum to the mid lanes definitely cost him something, and then not to mention the huge wave that was crashing, so...
Yeah.
Tonka just got all that
No, we have a spell shield! Maybe the smoke inhalation is getting to him. I don't think it is. He's actually managed to live. Very well done by Vos. to get out of that situation. Great hook. Look at the flash. Sorry, the pings coming through.
Did he just ult to get
MF
away?
very happy about that flash. Yeah, he did ult to get away.
Okay.
That's okay. You know,
Yeah, you gotta do it. Yeah,
sometimes you get scared.
There's a scoreboard looking. I gotta take a.
I should be holding tab more. You're so right.
Oh, that's alright. Yeah. Okay.
I do want to note the Mundo hasn't reset yet, and he's up 12 farm on Ambessa in a very, 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 very winning Ambessa matchup, which is
Well,
quite
he just wants to
interesting.
hit that heart steal as early as he can, but right, like just
I think
start
you should go
stacking.
Warmogs, to be honest.
You would know better, actually. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what like the Mundo meta is really weird.
Yeah.
They go like 3 giant spells first. It's super weird. Anyway.
And there they are.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, he trolled. You shouldn't go rejuve bid, but again, we won't tell him that. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm telling.
Void Grubs are up. It's a pretty free Hextech Dragon, to be honest. Just fully uncontested by the blue side team. Is now we're gonna look back top lane. Look at the giant. I mean, this Mundo just looks so hard to kill now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, she knew that so much was coming into the thing. I want to keep an eye on Flick at some point. His build's going to be really core to this whole thing. I see not one ignite on the entire side of
So true.
Yeapnation, and so
Oh,
at
he
some
takes
point,
tower shot. Is he dead? Is he just run down? Whoa. A lot of discipline there not to pop Ghost and ult right there. If you're Mundo, a great hook there. From
great
Elm.
hook.
Isn't he
Yeah.
good at those?
But yeah, so Morel and Omicron, I think, definitely going to need to come out of brand at some point because there's just a lot of healing on that Mundo, and otherwise, I don't think he will ever die.
There go the grubbies. Zahen's feeling happy about himself. He's 74 farm at 9 minutes. Pretty chill. I really don't like this Tiamat. So there's 2 build options on Zahen. You can go Triforce, or you can go or you can go what he's doing, which is the item's name is evading me right now. Stridebreaker. There you go. Now Triforce is a lot more damage, but a lot harder to play. Stridebreaker is a lot easier to play and a lot less damage. And he's gone for the easy option. And I think it's a pretty bad game to do it, to be honest, because whole enemy team comes into you. Like, who are we Stridebreakering? Who do we need to chase, man? So it's a difficult situation for sure. Maybe we'll get a lot of value from it, though. I think maybe on jungles ahead, it's a different story. Could be better for the clear. We'll see. We'll see. I do have faith.
I think he just wants that mobility. We've seen overtake two champs that had like high mobility and in the jungle,
Yeah.
in current meta. You just need that, so he's gone the blue jungle trinket, blue jungle pet, and then, just wants to be able to
Stridebreaker
move
move
around
speed, yeah.
safely with mainly just Nautilus being able to knock him down, but lock him down, but yeah.
Nautilus walking in, a little bit cheeky here. He's gonna hit that Scryzle. That's not your territory, buddy. How have we managed that? Oh, he's just gonna walk out, I guess. Elmer's got a big cheeky grin on his face right now.
Yeah, Tonka's on a reset. He's just going for a walk. Let the man be. He's just, where can I get some gold? Take some wards down.
See Echo on top side here. He is on vision, but Ambassador is very pushed up. I don't think there's much you can do in this situation. You see the Echo, but is it going to save you? As here comes the Mundo ultimate. We have a lot of dashes because we were released in 2024. And we're going to have to flash
Good
away.
flash. Yeah.
Very good flash.
See that coming.
Yeah, happy with that. So it's a Ghost of Flash trade on the top side. Echo not going to get any value, and he's going to spend a lot of time here. But he's got all his camps gone, so he's chilling.
Yeah, the Echo W, he was trying to get that stun, and then just well-timed flash, could see it was going to happen, and it had to happen. Otherwise, it would just be a free kill, so...
Pings on the
I'll
bot
pop a
side.
DPD.
Rise is stacking that tier up. Actualizer not going to be seen for a little bit yet, but Brand already has that Blackfire Torch. So if there is a Drake fight anytime soon, I think blue team fairly faded. Got a bit of a skirmish over vision here. Over needs to stack that Q on that ward. He's going to get it, but he's in trouble here. They're going to try and turn on to him as the flash comes forward from Nautilus. Flicko is the target they've identified, and they're going to find him with the bullet time. Flash away is not going to be enough as the bullet time hits so many people. So many deaths in the bot side river. And red team, Pooh Crew, stamping their authority on this game.
Yeah, unfortunate play for Yeapnation there. Just a little bit overextended, and them being able to lock down their main damage source at this point, Flico, not being so mobile. And then just stuck in the Echo W and the MF ult. It was, yeah.
He's going hard still first. I'm upset. I'm genuinely upset with this Mundo. So the reason you go Warmorgs first, to be clear, for our listeners who are uneducated in the world of push Mundo top lane. Warmorgs first is employed versus champions that like to poke you down because it means that you heal to full after every time you trade. So what you can do with Warmorgs is take a really bad trade, it doesn't matter, heal to full, chip them away a little bit, come back, do it again. and do it again, and do it again, and do it again, until they have to recall. Eventually they have to recall. There's nothing they can do. And at that point, you start breaking their tower. That is what the really good Mundos are doing nowadays. This Heartsteel First is very passive. It's really, really, really passive. So it's kind of showing me he's scared of the matchup, or potentially doesn't have that mastery on the Mundo, which could be a big factor in this game if he's not able to start accessing those side lanes fast and getting himself ahead.
Fortunately, the rest of the team's got a nice lead. I just think the Mundo, he's here. He's the front line, you know, along with the Nautilus, but he just wants to start stacking as much health as he can.
Yeah.
And, you know, just he's not looking for, you know, the big trades. He just wants to get that stack and then walk away.
Look at the Dusk and Dawn on Echo, though. That Pukru is looking mighty. That is terrifying. Look at the items.
It's a great start for them.
Here we go.
You know, in what we consider like a big scaling team.
Here. What is this Ambassador Ultimate? There's no trade up there. It's very unfortunate. I mean, at least we do get the Mundo Ultimate out, so potentially there's a dive opportunity now. So I do like that. But now Mundo has a lot of pressure. He's going to walk up, try and bonk this plate. Drake fight going to happen any second now. Look at the posturing for the red side team.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to dive.
Living life on the edge.
Definitely.
But she got the TP. She's going to go back top. Maybe even come to this fight, but no. They're just giving it up. That's all fine.
Yeah, too difficult in this situation.
Good job by Over to take those grubs away, because obviously, as you said, push Mundo. You know, with grubs would be so much more devastating.
Oh so. Yeah, actually brilliant play as well. I think that's a really good awareness from BPD as well to prioritize playing for those grubs and tell his jungler. I imagine he told his jungler, hey, we got to take these grubs because Mundo, big threat with the grubs. Flash forward here. He knows that Brand doesn't have flash. It's a really nice time to go for this, but Echo is just not in position, and Over is. So unfortunately, not going to get anything for it, just wasting Rise Flash, but it's a really aggressive, nice attempt from Jibby.
Ballsy by Jibby. He wanted to look it up. That's fine. Flico, back to farm. Zaheen, waiting in the wings. But just going to take it on the back.
The plate situation on the map here. Oh my goodness, the hook has landed.
Oh,
Echo is here to follow up, and it's a Dusk and Dawn Echo. The board time is good. Here comes the Rise Ultimate, a Realm Warp into the bot lane. It's not even needed, because Vos has just warped back to the fountain already. And yeah, I mean, Flico, it's actually really interesting. Flico was forced to reset, which gave Jibby that roam timer. So that flash play on mid led directly to this bot double kill.
Great play. Pukru just pushing their leads, you know, picking on his bot lane. Not much they can do. We've seen it. We saw it in the first game a lot.
Ooh,
and the rest of Yeapnation's just gonna have to, you know, find their spots, get their golds.
Interesting to me.
Oh
My goodness, Echo W on midway. He's okay. Flico is chilling. Very interesting to me. I think a bit of an overstay there from Jibby. Got the first tower in bot lane, but he dropped 3 plates to Brand on mid. Interesting trade. Coming through.
Yeah, we know not to keep Flico out. You know, he knows what he's playing for. He needs. He's probably waiting for 1 or 2 items before he's really gonna be able to come online. And Pukru knows that, and they're just trying to lock them out of the game as early as they can.
Yeah. So we see Midwave getting shoved in. Looks like a 4-1 situation here. I think it's kind of interesting. I think 1-3-1 is pretty beneficial here for red team. But I like the 4-1 as well. It's a lot of pressure on mid lane. It's like, hey, what are you going to do if we bring all of our guys and we start sieging? Because you're losing on top lane. Look at this. It's bleeding. Every wave gets shoved in. The Mundo just, wow, here we go. Just whacking the tower. Look at that damage.
Oh, wow.
He's almost one-shot. And he just walks out. Imagine he's got Warmogs right now. He just walks out, heals back to full, and does it again. Right? That's the Mundo quintessential.
Nice Brawl ult.
Here comes a fight on midway. Brawl ult is really good, like you pointed out. And Rise is doing so much damage already. I mean, this game is looking... What's your assessment, boss? How's this feeling?
It's not looking great.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, BPD. Oh, just look away. Oh, man, just look away.
Ah, really close, though.
The Echo had it. Although, actually, Mundo did almost die, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's gonna be tough for Yeapnation. I think part of, you know, you weren't too pleased with it. This Zaheen jungle pick just doesn't really have that agency in the early game.
Yeah.
And they're paying for it. And yeah.
I don't necessarily think that the Zen jungle is bad. I think I prefer it top on like a spiritual level. I think it's actually a fine pick. And I think he's piloted it okay so far. It's just he hasn't had any fights where he can, yeah, as you said, he's not able to access the game as early as Oak has, and Oak's really got his fingers in it, like we said, like we saw in Game 1, right? Oak is just running the game when he gets the chance.
Yeah, exactly. So
What's
it's
the way
just
back in, though?
another situation.
Like, if we are a believer in Yeapnation, how are we getting back in this game?
It's going to be really tough. We're going to need to see some really good target acquisition from LTM, you know, being able to find those Braum stuns. Hopefully, you know, being able to deprive Echo of a good ult and being able to lock him down. And it's just going to be really tough with the amount of stuff that is going to be flying in Yeapnation's face, because they got a lot of damage that's coming their way.
Yeah, so true. See that Mundo's building towards the Warmog now. Warmog's second hit. After that Warmog second, there is nothing in the game that is going to stop him from breaking your tier 2 tower. So we are on a clock here. And that clock is very, very short. The Mundo pretty close to the Warmogs here. How much gold does he have in base? 500 gold. Okay, so he's about 800 gold away from being an unkillable demon in the top lane. Nothing you can really do at that point as BPD. They're going to need to get some stuff done on the other side of the map if they're going to try and get back in this game, because they're on a really short timer until it gets almost unplayable.
Yeah, and you know, I do like the comp. Like I can see what they're going for. We just need to play a little bit slower, but
Uh-oh, here we go.
just a lot of attention being paid to that bot lane. Just
Echo eating
getting,
it. It's a good W. Double man stun as the Nautilus ult comes in. Brandol is good, but it's immediately just deleted by the Echo ult. I've never seen that interaction. What a beautiful chrono break from Oak to just get rid of, just removes Brandol.
yeah, a lot of respect given to the brand there.
Fair enough, honestly. Look at his items. Flicko.
Yeah. And so he's just gonna get stronger. And so, you know, when they get there, I can see the damage that's gonna come out. But
All right.
we're not quite there yet.
Looks like we're in for a bit of a Drake contest. I'm going to pan my camera down here and keep it on here. 7,300 HP on the Drake. It's no small task. It should take a little bit of time. So are we going to try and fight this? It looks like we are, and that we don't have Brandol. We just used it. But it was traded for Depth Charge and Echo Ult. So if there is a time to pick Oak, it is right now. Here comes the Drake steal. It is taken away. The TP comes through from Mundo, and Bessa does have TP in a match, but instead they're just going to disengage. Try to force it out. It's a beautiful Braum ultimate, but he goes down for it. Trades his life to save his teammates, and he is successful. Flicko, does he get rooted? Does he get rooted? He gets rooted! The flash forward from Oak. He's going to take Flicko out. The public execution misses. You cannot stop this, Mundo. He takes down your teammates. Tonka Twizzy kills the Ambessa. The Zehen is put to be. Never mind, he takes a double kill. What the hell, Zehen? This champion is not okay. The passive is stacked up. Oak has to run away. He's kited out the Zehen passive. There's no more res. Zehen can't continue the fight. Oak gets out. They get the mid tower. They get some kills. But in the end, it's actually a fairly even trade because of the brilliance from Over at the end of that play.
Yeah. I did not see that coming. That was it was a lot of damage. And Siva almost being able to clean up a little bit more, get a little bit more value that. But during that dragon fight, she was on the bottom side of the river and just wasn't connecting with the team. But you know, could have been worse.
Can we pause in chat? I don't like the signs of that. Okay. Thoughts and press Davos. Hopefully it is okay on his end. We don't like to see this screen. This screen is not fun. We will keep you here though. We'll keep chatting. We got stuff to talk about here. Sorry, one sec. Okay, jungler IRL thing. That's better than ADC smoke thing.
I agree.
Let's take stock though. Who are the key players here?
Well, the Echo is just so in your face, and he's always got that get out of jail free card. Tonka's come in with some great MF ults, which has just, you know, really been able to slow down Yeapnation as they try to bring themselves back into the game. But we saw a glimpse of what we can see coming.
I wonder if I could review this fight actually. Hold on. What happens if I?
Yeah. I was just thinking about
the
this
replay.
fight.
Here we go.
The whole time I was thinking that. What?
Look at this. Quick replay.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, look through this, man. You're right about the MF ult. Just kills that Ambessa. What I want to see here, I'm going to slow this down. Check out the Zehen. He just flashes forward, gets a double kill. Watch this one more time. How impactful is this play from Over? Just flips the game around. How bad would this have been had Over not got this double kill? Watch the Zehen here. Here he goes. Knocks up the Mundo, stacking up the passive. W forward. Gets 2 more stacks. He's close to getting that max stack. Ults the Echo stun. That's crucial there. Lands a 3-man ult. And then, on the Mundo, Flash E gets the Nautilus, and the Mundo just barely can't chase down the Echo. What a wonderful play from that Zehen player.
Yeah, definitely. The only other thing I could have seen that whole thing going is if Yeapnation had just given up the fight, you know, walked away. I noticed that Mundo TP and BPD probably could have just pushed in top and could have been a bit more of an even trade, you know, maybe not lost so much. But 2 kills on Zahan. That's not bad.
Not
You know,
bad
now,
at all.
now he's got some agency.
Okay, unpause coming through. Hey, that was fun. That was pretty professional. We got a little replay going on. That's just like the LCK. You should ask first, but okay. Okay, a little bit of heated talk in the chat right there. That's crazy. I don't think. Do you think these teams like each other, man?
I don't know. There could be some bad blood, or it's the start of a rivalry potentially.
I mean, it's a pretty one-sided, maybe a heated rivalry.
For all things considered, you know, it was like we had the pooper to take these games, but you know, Yeapnation. It's just they're sticking with it. And so
They're trying their best here. I think they're in trouble this game, though. I think it will be quite tricky to win here. Ova is going to have to play a massive role if they're going to win. But you're so right. This Echo is a problem. This Misfortune is a problem. And right now, they are unanswered.
yeah, and what the seconds? Just one tier item out of the Rise, which actually surprises me a bit. I guess he's looking at his death cap now, and then maybe we'll see actualizer if that is, you know. I've only seen it in a couple games, but I thought it was quite disgusting. So
Oh, it's very
if
good.
he wants to be an absolute raid boss, then maybe looking for that one soon.
I think the rises, like Chovy's building at 4th and stuff, so it's pretty
Oh,
good.
okay.
But it's one of those ones. It increases your damage by a flat %. So
Yeah.
the more damage you have, the more powerful Actualizer is. So the better you
of
are
course.
building it off later. Anyway, game set is fairly chill at the moment. Baron is the thing to play for, but you can see no one's really interested in it. It's kind of chilling by itself in the river here.
Yeah, I mean, with such a convincing lead right now, like they don't need to force it. You know, too much could go wrong, especially if they're all stacked and Brand and Siva get to do their thing. So they're just going to try and secure this this next soul, I think, this next drag, and
Yeah.
then they're off to the races. What is it, Chemtech Soul for a team that thrives being on low health? You know,
Oh, that's really bad. Braum cannot get picked here. It looks like he's going to, though. Nothing you can really do. Glacial Fish are coming through, but he's just going to fizzle out. No chance. And, yeah, I mean,
quite
that's
hard to get
probably
away
just
from
going to
that
be the Chemtech Soul going over. We can look at the top lane trading, but it just doesn't matter, like, at all, what happens up there.
no, it's just a couple bonks here and there.
Look at the control here. Look at the control in the jungle for the red team. That is unbelievable.
Good push by Siva in the mid. You know, denying some value there.
Can they dive this, though? That's the question. Norosol is back off cooldown. You see Elms
They
walking
are
around. He
for it.
wants
Here
this
he
guy.
comes.
Flicko is going to be the target if they can, but over, they'll take it as well. They don't have to dive this if they just want the tower. The minion wave did die, and Braum is respawning. So I actually like the discipline here to call it off. You don't need to make plays like this if you want to win the game. Just play the dragon. You're chilling.
Small victories. That's the way. You know, just taking away bit by bit.
And you can see, look in top lane, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Mundo, full HP the whole time. You can just keep trading with BPD. BPD will keep getting lower and lower. Mundo will always stay at this exact HP. Nothing you can do. You gotta reset. And when you gotta reset, you're gonna lose your tower. That's how it is.
Yeah, and you know I do think it is it's a sin in the top lane gentleman's handshake. But sometimes you know Mundo's picked, you have to take ignite, and you know obviously
I agree.
Yeah, TP. You know, we all you know it's what we know
I
as
think
top laners.
you go electrocute ignite or you go conquer ignite, and this game is very different. You can play for solo kills in lane, and you're gonna have a lot more lethality behind you. I agree with that. Plus, you're gonna be more useful versus the Mundo and late game team fight. We don't see any anti-heal right now. Look at the
no.
items. There's just none. So that Mundo is I can't think of the word I'm looking for. I'm just gonna say unleashed. Not as pretty as the word that I want, but it'll do.
Yeah, no, good word.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like Brand's looking for a Rylai's now. Which
They're walking into a
also
trap
good.
here. They are walking into a trap here. Do they know what Elm did
They
just
do
show?
have
But
numbers.
Echo's found Flicko! Flicko is the only person that matters. Can they save him? No, they can't. The bullet time comes through and it cleaves him in two. Over, only person left, but he goes down instantly as here comes the boss. Mundo goes exactly where he pleases, and where he pleases is Vosa's house. Now BPD, next to fall, tries to publicly execute himself, and he succeeds. Now the Drake next on the menu, and I think this game, yeah, not looking good.
It's pretty locked up. Chemtech Soul, what can you do? It's looking, you know. I'm saluting. I'm saluting.
Yeah, I think 07's for the Yeapnation. Obviously,
Yep.
they got more chances. This is just one series of the week. There'll be more series to come with Yeapnation. They ain't done yet.
And still bringing us to a game 3, showing us some of their pocket picks. You know,
Again, like,
you're on stream. You gotta stunt. You gotta do some stunting.
yeah. Baron is up now, so I think it's pretty simple macro at this point. You just kind of click mid and then hit the big purple worm. and then enemy team walks at you, and you then hit the enemy team. And then after you are done with the enemy team, you go back and click on the big purple one. That is that's how you play the game now. It's not a difficult formula. You know, Einstein
If it
wouldn't
ain't
try.
broke, you don't fix it. You know, it's like it would take some sort of miracle, I think, here for Yeapnation to bring this one back.
Are you a miracle believer?
No.
Wow. Wow. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say that I am. I'm a miracle believer. You know what the miracle I believe in is? I believe in the miracle of Ambessa and Zehen. Right? These champions, they're very recently released. Okay? Maybe they can do it. Maybe they can. You never know. All right? What is the power of a 2025 champion?
They
Pretty
have the
high.
win buttons. Yeah.
This is cool. There's a little bush cheese here. Oh god.
Land the trap.
If LTM is the guy to get picked again, I just feel bad for him at that point. They are going to drop bots
They
out.
shouldn't be looking anywhere near the Baron. There's no point to go near it, and it's like the fight's no good. You know, BPD trying his best to just get some gold on the other side of the map. It's the best way to play.
Yeah.
You'd like to trade it for a couple more objectives, but you know, the second you show, they're either gonna run at you or one at the worm, and so the worm's going down.
I think there's dignity in the discipline on display here. It's very, very, very tempting to go be like, I mean, we lost. Let's go fight the Baron anyway. But the way that they carry themselves here and go, no, we know it's a bad decision to try and fight that 5v5. I rate that. I think that's very, very, very cool.
Definitely.
And
They're
Yeapnation
pushing towards the bot side
showing
here.
some
Maybe
character.
looking for something though. Like, I mean, they do have to defend the base, but nah, nothing they can get.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard at this point, right? The midway just gets shoved in. Nothing you can really do. Over. He's going to come and react to it. And we'll see. Is there any way they can win a fight? Who do they have to kill? I mean, they have to kill everyone, right?
They've just done such a good job of getting onto Fleeko every game. He hasn't been able, sorry, of every fight. He hasn't been able to, you know, get off his full combo and been able to pump out a lot of damage just to give the opportunities to Sivir and Zaheen and Ambessa to get in there and, you know, secure some kills.
Yeah. I think the only real thing I can see here is picks, right? If we can get some picks, maybe some shutdowns, maybe we can
Without
stall
a
out
doubt.
this Baron. Okay. If we can stall out the
Something in the bot
Baron,
lane here. That was probably their
Give me a
best chance.
Rise is tricky though, right? Yeah, I'd rather go on the
Yeah,
MF
exactly.
or something because this guy is so damn scary. Look at top wave here as well. No one's matching this. Mundo is just coming for your mum. Assuming your mum is in the Nexus. I don't know.
I think she's the one on the phone.
Is she on the phone with him? Okay, I see. I mean,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
he's perma talking to her too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like,
Someone should tell your dad about that.
Yeah, push me in the base, yep. And yeah, just the base. Nothing else.
As yeah, Mundo is just gonna take the inhib now, and yeah, I mean we're just gonna watch him do it. That's life.
I'm not gonna stop him. I'm not getting in there.
I mean, yeah, who volunteers here? Look at him, dude. Look at this man. Jeez, big, isn't he?
Yeah, sure
Really
is.
large gentleman. Like,
A lot of
hey,
consistent-
speaking of
Oh,
picks,
there it is.
hey, he's dead.
Okay,
That
we
was
got it.
1K. I mean, was it? No, it wasn't. It was like 800. We'll take it.
It was the pick they needed, you know.
We
It was
did
like
lose
probably-
two inhibs.
Probably one of the most immobile members of the Puka, so they should have been trying that a little bit earlier. But
Can you see the chat that Flicko's just pinged Elder Dragon twice like it matters? I think they'll contest it, guys.
that's the
We'll give it
doomsday
a go.
clock. And so
That
we
is-
had 2 minutes.
Oh,
my
you're right.
God.
That's not a we can contest this. That's right. Hey guys, 2 minutes left until they end the suffering. I mean, no, I
That's a
believe.
lot
I
longer,
believe.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
My friend, he's calling for the 15. That sometimes just in Chancellor.
Actually, I'm grateful to see that no one's FF. That is, it's been kind of 3 brutal games, hasn't it? It's not really been a back and forth. It's kind of a just smacking all round.
Yeah, just limit testing, you know, seeing how far we can go, and then most of the time been pretty clean, you know, decisive victories, I would say.
I think we will
but-
just.
Never fully out of it. Just, you know,
Yeah.
that's the state of the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just gonna wait till Elder, right? I mean, there's no point in doing anything else. Maybe you can try
No.
for a pick.
We want to do some stat padding. I think that's where we're at. Just
It's-
taking
it's-
it nice and slow.
Yeah, it's looking like it's just going to be an Elder 5v5 with all sums up and all ults up. Which usually I'd be like, that's awesome, that's really cool. But unfortunately in this game state, it's coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb, as the saying goes. And
A
that
5v5
goes
Elder would
pretty
be
well
great.
for the hydrogen bomb usually.
I'll take a you know, what is it, a 1v4 versus like a
This guy
base race
did-
sort of situation.
This guy's just inting. My goodness.
Oh my god!
Never mind, he's just done. Was that like 6-pack combo or what? I don't know. He's alive, and LTM
lived.
is in fact dead. Here comes the hen. Holy moly! The Unsundered just jumps in there, and yeah. Here he goes. Wow! Wait, never mind. Okay, guys, I'm not excited enough about this because the Echo did just go down about to the hen. I didn't see that coming. I don't know if you could tell in my sarcastic tone. No part of me thought that was possible. In fact, it was.
How Nautilus got out there?
I don't know. I had no idea. You blast cone
It
or
was ridiculous.
And-
Yeah,
and
the blast
when-
cone sent him, which I thought he was gone, but then somehow he still made it out. He was looking really promising.
Oh my
there.
goodness, here comes
Okay.
Public Execution. This might be a pick, actually, on the Ambessa. No, she has to run away. Yep. I think it's Elder, right? That's just reset into Elder and triple inhib
Looking
and...
like Yeah.
Is the hen got a one
Might
running?
be. He will be up. He will be up.
Yeah.
Just barely. Just barely.
Oh, I love another little point here. When you play Dr. Mundo and you get to this point in the game, you have a lot of options with your build. You can go the good build and try to win the game, or you can do what this guy did and go Machine Gun Mundo build and build
I'm a big
Titanic
fan.
Hydra and beat just a monster. This guy's the GOAT. I rate this guy. And
I'm a big
Braum-
fan of the Titanic builds. You know, just stacking health.
Yeah.
Blood mail. You know, everything.
Brom's a big guy, right? But Mundo a little bit bigger, as it turns out. And
So I've been a Braum enjoyer for quite a while. I've got a theory crafted build. My first item is Tyr, and I'm a
like
big
that.
Fimbulwinter enjoyer.
oh yeah, that's
And
kind of
then-
thematic.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Lego Zelda.
And then, yeah, well, I'll just get this out now while I'm here. But yeah, so with Braum, you know, a lot of people going Guardian. Don't take Guardian. Aftershock. Aftershock.
Oh,
It's
wow, okay.
amazing. Okay? And what I'm talking about, it's the immobilized build. I'm talking Fimbulwinter, alright? So every time you Q someone, you're getting a shield, alright? Followed by Bandle Pipes. So your team's getting attack speed.
They're gonna end, man.
Oh yeah, we'll let him go. Go on. What am I gonna... Yeah, okay, go on. Let's see it.
Well, actually,
Let's
hold
turn
on.
it around.
Potentially, this Guardian Brawl might stop them. What do you think? Do you think LTM's got it in him? He does
I
have
think this
no
is the
flash.
trap with Braum right now. There's
Let's
a
see
bit
how
of
this
a-
fight goes. Ambessa on the left side here. Mundo gonna walk up to the towers. A hen. Can he stack up his passive? Can we see it again? Here comes the bullet time. It's gonna actually miss everyone as Flicker sends the ult in. Kills the MF. Down she goes. Oak is in there having a zone. Look at this damn Dr. Mundo. That is not the good doctor right there. That's the bad doctor. Dr. House, no. He is just ending the game, bro. He's ruining your house. Hitting the Nexus and... Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even close. It looked great, but...
Yeah. I believed. That was
You
that was a
believed?
chance going
You
on there.
believed?
Yeah, that was
GG's,
that
man.
made me
What a
believe.
game. What a series. That is
GG.
it. That's it. That's it. It's over. Just like that. They hit the Nexus, and the game's over. Wow. All right.
Really well played there by the Poo crew. You know, just clean fundamentals. Pick on the bot lane. Get your lead. Abuse it all game. Abuse it all game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I really I'm kind of lost for words. Like, it's difficult to watch a game like that and have anything to say afterwards because that was just they just got whacked. They really just got whacked. Like, top lane was just getting pushed. Mid was chilling. Flico did pretty good. And you're right, bot was just hemorrhaging all game. Really tough spot. I've got to say, props to both teams. Obviously, Poo Crew came out on top today. A lot of adversity for the Yeet brothers. Like, we got to remind you, they were playing with a full sub today, all day. And their ADC is living in a bushfire at the moment. So, massive props to them. They've done so
Both-
well for the position they're in.
Both, we salute you. Thank you for playing for our entertainment.
Yeah. And
And the rest of the Yeapnation. We can't, like, you know, I could see the vision for that last comp. I'd love to see you come back and try it again. You know, it was there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
And then obviously congratulations to the Poo crew. Well, you know, good clean fundamentals. And we'll see them again soon, I'm sure.
We will, yeah, we definitely will. I think there's more streams. I think there's one tomorrow. I think there's another one. We stream every Wednesday, Thursday, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Check the schedule, guys. This has been so fun. I've had a great time. I don't know about you, Dodged. That was awesome. Any last words you want? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to do? Right before we head off?
No, just pleasure to be here. I'm going to go play some my experimental Braum build and keep an eye out for it. Don't get trapped. All right, it's not that. It's Guardian.
Get
out of the game.
Get out of here.
No.
Aftershock Braum. Okay, that's the
That's
big
the
takeaway
one.
from today's games.
Yep.
Well, I've had a great time.
GG to both teams. Yeah.
Yeah, GG's everybody. That was awesome. I'll see you next time on the OBL. I hope to be back. I've had a great time. I'd love to cast again. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, GG's to both teams. See you later. Bye 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 bye.
Later.